don't know how to introduce videos. I've got my mum here, and she is going to rank all of the Guilty Gear Strive character themes. So I've taught her how a tier list works. She's going to be ranking from best to worst all of the Strive songs. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Mum.
Yeah. So, you're listening to Soul's theme first. Soul bad guy. This is the main character.
I thought it was something like Grand Theft Auto because of the gear word.
Yeah.
I did just think it was a racing game.
Do you want to know why it's called Guilty Gear?
Should I? Is it
Okay.
guilty for something?
Well, the law is very complicated, so like some of the details get lost on me a little bit. But a gear is like, it's like a artificial like being. Soul bad guy used to be a scientist working with these two other scientists, and I think they were discovering how to trying to figure out how to discover immortality.
Okay, so they were trying to discover
Immortality, I think,
immortality.
or something like that. Oh, one of the girls was sick. His girlfriend, who was working with them, was sick, so they were trying to figure out like a cure for a disease, I think. But in the process, they discovered like this like magical realm, and then
Anyway, so they found some gears.
I think a gear is okay, well, just think of a gear as like a very powerful, like slightly artificial creature. And he got forcibly turned into one. For reasons.
He's very large. He has upper body strength.
Yeah, people call him a gorilla. He's the guilty gear because I think he's like a vigilante. So people called him the guilty gear because he was like doing crimes, but it was like in the name of justice.
So he's a good guy.
Yeah, even though he's called Soul Bad Guy, which is also a fake name. Bad Guy, everyone was calling him, either they were calling him the bad guy or they were calling him the guilty gear. So he just kind of took on that name of Bad Guy, and I think, I'm not sure where he got Soul from, but his real name is Frederick Balsara.
Okay. Alright. So we'll listen to the song then.
Yes, so
I'll put the headphones on.
yes, so he's had a lot of different themes, but this is his most recent one.
So it's a theme song. A theme
Yeah.
song, or it plays during the game.
Plays when you're fighting him,
Okay.
or when you're fighting as him.
It's very deep and meaningful. Melt in the world.
I think that means
Melt
like,
into one.
I think that's like don't lose your way. Or,
Yes. I like that line.
yeah.
So what's the line again? Don't melt into the world.
Don't melt in the world, find your one way.
Yeah, I like that. Don't melt in the world, find your own way. It's hard to make a comment about it. But you only hear it once, and I can't really focus on the fighting, but the fighting is probably
Yeah, it's
just...
supposed to be more like background visuals.
Yes.
Anything.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her haircut.
Yeah.
Where's that one? Yes, with the fringe and the choppy. So he doesn't want to blend in to the bad world, does he?
No, I think he's kind of just like, in this game, he's kind of just like a bounty hunter. He's just kind of doing his own thing. He is kind of like a vigilante kind of character.
Yeah, well,
But people keep branding him as like a hero, but he doesn't really want to be seen that way. He kind of just wants to be his own guy.
yeah, well, that's what the song's about, isn't it? Just being one, being yourself, and not just dissolving into, just being like in the nothingness, or I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, like some oily patch of, well, dissolving. Like when when something dissolves in and just blends,
Yeah.
and then it's just lost because it's,
Like he doesn't want to lose his identity.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good, Chloe. It's good music. It's not too crazy. Didn't hurt my ears.
Just the right amount of rock.
Just the right amount of rock. Good voice. The singer has a good voice.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention, my mom, I've already shown her a few of the songs and she really likes Naoki's voice.
Oh, who?
His name is Naoki Hashimoto.
Yes.
He's the singer for all the Guilty Gear songs.
Right. And who have you shown?
So he's saying Lily
Yes.
and Divide My Heart.
Oh, yes. Well, I do like that. Yes,
Yeah.
I like his voice. And I really like Lily. So when Lily
Yeah.
comes on, and what number will Lily be on?
Well, that's not from this game, so
Oh, okay. That's
yeah,
from a
and
different
that's
game.
not a character theme either.
Oh, okay. Well, he has got a nice voice. I found that quite reasonable. And it would be good drive music. Yes, I can imagine driving to that. It's not too distracting.
Yeah, it's not like it's one of the more like laid back ones.
Well,
Soundtrack.
good. Well, I enjoyed that. Thanks very much.
Yeah. Well, just the one thing.
Okay.
Where is it going to go on the tier list?
Where is it going to go on the tier list? Well, because it's the first one that I've heard,
Yeah, you can always like change them around.
I can always change it around. Well, I think I would put that one on A.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the message is good.
Yeah.
I think it's a good message. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to just be, like swimming down the stream in a fish in a, what do you call fish when they're in a lot of fish? How do they swim together? In a school, yes, swimming in a school of fish. If it's not going in the right direction that you want to go in, or you don't want to be a part of it, or they're not going, or it's not a good school of fish, you want to be able to get out of that and swim in a different direction, or let it go past. I'd probably go in a different direction.
Yeah, that's like what he would do.
Yes. So it's a good message. I like that song. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay,
The
so
Roar of the Spark.
I'm gonna be doing it a bit differently from now on. Last time I explained who the characters were before you listened to the song,
Mhm.
but I realized it'd be better if instead you listened to the song first, and then gave me your thoughts about who do you think this character is based off the song.
So I'm going to listen to the song first,
Yeah.
and then you're going to ask me, who do I think the song's based on? What character?
Well, what do you think this character is? What do you think the song is about in relation to this character, kind of?
All right.
Because the songs, are based off how the character acts and stuff like that.
All right. And is this the character in the song?
Yeah, this is Kai, and this is Kai's theme, the Roar of the Spark. Okay, so this is my favorite character in the game.
Hi.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why after we listen to the song.
Does he change colour?
Does he change color?
Yes.
Why are you asking like that?
Because of the
Sorry, like,
reference to colour, and I know colours seem to happen all around him
what was the
when he's fighting.
The explosion with my colors.
Yeah.
Well, the actual lyric is
And
this
fill
road.
the world with colour.
Yeah, I think the actual lyric is this road is paved with my colors.
Mm.
I think it's just like, I think it's about wanting to spread his influence because he wants to bring good to the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and light.
Yeah.
So he is forcing out the darkness and filling it with light
Yeah.
and nice bright colours. And he is fighting a guy that was sort of red.
Oh, that was the guy from the first song. They're
Alright.
kind of like rivals.
Okay. And who is the woman
That was
in red?
That was the girl you said she had nice hair.
Yes. She
Yeah.
does have nice hair.
Yeah, she's evil.
Oh, she's evil.
She's evil.
So he's got to fight her as well.
Yeah. I mean, he's fought a lot of different villains That's not the only like bad person in the show. In the
Right.
game.
Why does he have one grey arm?
I think that's just clothes. Like that's just a sleeve.
Oh, okay.
And I think he has that sleeve because I think that
Oh,
arm is,
yes, I
like,
see. That's the sleeve of his jacket.
yeah.
All right.
Well, it's not the same color as that.
Hmm.
I think he has that arm because I think that arm is permanently. So, in his lore, Kai lost his mother to the Crusades at a young age and joined the Sacred Order of Holy Knights at 10, becoming a skilled swordsman by age 15. His leadership in the order led to tensions with Sol Badguy, and he later became a captain in the International Police Force. He fell in love with. Remember what gears are? When I explained them last time? So they're kind of like a different, sort of artificial, but sort of also magical, different race.
The gears.
Yeah, he fell in love with a gear named Dizzy,
Uh-huh.
and they ended up having a son who he named Sin.
Who?
He named him Sin.
Sin.
And do you want to know why?
S-I-N.
Do you want to know why he called him Sin?
Why?
Because Kai is actually a Christian.
I could tell.
You can tell?
Yeah.
Like by the music?
By some of the words. He wants to clear a path, fill it with light for others to follow.
Yeah. No, he's a very good like Christian representation character. That's one of the reasons I like him so much.
I thought that was the reason why I liked him so much,
Yeah.
being a good Christian.
Yeah, and he's also just being a knight as well is really cool.
Oh, yes. He's a knight.
He's like a Christian, kind of like crusade kind of knight,
All right.
which I just find very cool.
Yeah, that is very cool.
But at the time, gears were seen as like either like lesser than humans or like just evil,
Demons?
like almost like demons.
Yeah.
But so that's why. And also up to that point, he had kind of been like the gear killer. He was like that guy who was like killing all the gears in the Crusade Wars.
Mm.
So it was kind of ironic that he ended up falling in love with the gear.
Mm.
So he still kind of had like some guilt, I guess, that he ended up having a child with a gear.
Mm.
I mean, it's still kind of weird that he's named his son, basically named his son Mistake, but yeah, a little bit weird. So he kind of named him that out of guilt because he was like, this is a child of sin.
Mm. And what has happened to his child?
What happened to his child is that, I'm not sure exactly why, but being born half gear, he was born with like this eye that was giving him like really dark visions and stuff, like it was kind of torturing him. And so I wanted to alleviate this pain on his son, so I think he took his son's eye out, and it took his own eye out as well, and he tried to swap them.
Ah.
Yeah, and I don't think it didn't work for Sin.
Mm.
Like, his human eye didn't work with Sin, so Sin now wears an eye patch.
Oh, okay.
But Kai has Sin's eye,
Okay.
and it doesn't give him the visions for some reason. I'm not sure why. But it did give him did you see in the video, sometimes he's got like a weird eye on him at some points?
Oh, so he had a transplant.
Yeah, pretty much, and it gave him... Yeah, like that.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, so in the game, he can use that eye to give him, like, sort of gives him some of the gear kind of power.
Can he look into the future?
No, I think it just basically powers him up.
Hmm.
Just makes him stronger for a bit. But I think because of that gear transformation, I think his arm is permanently, like, weird looking. Like, you can see it there a bit.
Yeah.
And I guess when he goes into Dragon Install, it's called Dragon Install when that activates. When he goes into Dragon Install, I think his sleeve like bursts open or something like that.
Mm.
So I think that's why he wears that sleeve anyway.
Wow, it's very complicated, isn't it?
Yeah, Guilty Gear has a lot of story.
So you've obviously, well, it's a story, is it? It's not just a game. Something's happening
Yeah.
from the start that you follow. It's like an
Gear is-
interactive anime,
Yeah, you can
like
either,
with theory, like a series.
You can either just fight other people, like any other fighting game, or you can play through the story mode, where it gives you all of the story and all that.
Right. But you can't change the history of the game. I mean, you can't
Not
change the future of the game
The older
or the
games-
events or the outcomes.
The older games had different endings for each character's story,
Hmm.
but it didn't really matter because there were still canon endings to everyone's stories.
Canon.
Canon means like this is what actually happens.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like set in stone.
Yeah.
It's
The other things are just kind
already
of like,
been
just
determined
like
how it's going to end,
Yeah.
but you can fill in a few gaps.
well, it's
or
kind of just
put-
like you can see these like what if scenarios. But yeah, the actual story of the game is always like decided already.
Wow, that's so clever, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the roar of the spark. Who's the spark?
Well, I think it's just saying like, because he has like these like electricity powers.
Ah,
I think it's just like
well, like a little spark. It's in all of the whole picture of things. Is he the spark? He's the roar,
it could be like
or
he's igniting like a spark
ah,
in everyone's hearts or something like
yes, I see that. Yes, to build an army or get people to.
that. Oh, he does become king.
Ah,
I think. Yeah, he's the king. From I don't remember how long he's been the king, but he became the king at some point. And
he needs all of his followers to help defeat these bad guys.
yeah, he played a pivotal role in battles against powerful threats, striving for human and gear coexistence. I think in the latest game, I think at the end he renounced being king. I don't remember why, but he did. I think he just wanted to live with his family, like peacefully.
All right, so he stays with his gear wife
Yeah,
and his son Sin.
yeah,
Well, good. That's a good ending to it.
yeah.
He
He's a really good
survives.
character.
Yeah,
Really nice character.
that's nice.
He's very like valiant and like justice minded,
Oh,
courageous. That
that's-
kind of my character.
oh, well, that's good. Very nice. I can imagine he's popular, probably with nice people.
It's pretty popular. He's
It
like the
is.
secondary main character, kind of. So,
It's sinking in a bit more now that I'm knowing a bit more of the
Yeah.
plot.
but yeah, the best goes in the S tier.
Yes,
The worst goes in the D tier.
I think I could put that up on the top one.
Oh yeah.
Will I? Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Really
so.
like that one.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's good purpose, good meaning,
Yeah.
good looking guy.
You like Kai?
I like Kai.
Okay, so this one is Disaster of Passion. So, some people love this theme and some people hate this theme.
So this is about May.
Yeah.
That's May.
This will probably be the most lighthearted character.
Oh, the most light-hearted character?
Yeah.
She's not pregnant.
No, I think that's just like
Okay,
the
the
sway of
wind.
the fabric.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a nice jumper.
Yeah.
A hoodie.
cute.
Nice hoodie. Cool.
You were jamming out to that one.
Yeah, I like that one. I love it. I like the clip. And my favourite line was, "Not if you're short of breath." That's my favourite line.
Why's that?
I don't know.
kinda
Do you think
sassy.
that? Yeah, she's sassy.
It's
I think she's got a lot of energy, and I'm thinking, does she mean by that line that I'll follow you, or we can be together if you got tons of energy like me?
Yeah,
Is that, you think that's kind of like
might be like that.
what it is? Not if you're short of breath. If you can't keep up with me, well, like, just forget it.
Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, maybe that's it, but I like that. Yep, she wants her hero person to be as energetic as her, because she's not slowing down. Now, that's her theme. Now, what's May like? What's May's character then?
May lost her home and family to the Crusades at a young age and was rescued by Johnny. Her devotion to Johnny grew over the years, and she considered him a father figure, brother, and even a potential boyfriend. So, what she's saying about is her crush on Johnny, the leader of the Jellyfish Pirates.
Oh. And that's why she's wearing that pirate hat?
Yeah, because she's one of the pirates.
Oh, she's one of the pirates.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Oh, right.
She's just a pirate with a crush on her captain.
All right, pirate.
That's most simple.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's Jimmy, was it?
Johnny.
Johnny. What's Johnny like?
Johnny is... It's kind of like a ladies' man.
Oh, that's pretty typical of
Yeah.
a sailor, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say that about sailors.
Yeah. Or I guess it's more like he pretends to be a ladies' man, but he doesn't actually, like, do anything. He
Right.
just kind of has that, like, air around... Yeah,
Persona.
kind of persona.
Yeah.
That he's trying to, like, be really cool.
Okay. Maybe he's just cool without trying, and that's what's attractive.
I'll show you him.
Well, it's not like Johnny Depp, is he?
No, he's like that.
Okay.
So he's got, like, the shades and everything, and the big cowboy hat.
And that's probably him just being himself, but it probably interprets to being that way to attract, love. I suppose that's just what he likes. He doesn't have to wash any shirts. And his hat is good because he's a pirate. He's a captain of a ship, so he's going to be out in the sun a lot. And I'm hoping he's a good guy.
Yeah, well, we'll get to... When we get to his theme, we'll be learning more about him.
Alright. Well, I do really like that one. I can't give all of them an S.
Yeah, I know, it's hard, because you can't give them all an S.
Well, I like that. I'll go S. Yep.
So you like both of those more than Soul's theme?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, one last thing. Do you like hers more than his?
Oh.
Because, yeah, but then the tiers, they still need to be sorted.
Well, hers was more simple, like more...
Much more simple.
I don't know if simple's probably the word, but it was, easy to follow.
Yeah.
I liked her outfit, which that...
Yeah, when you like
made
the character, it gives a bit of bias to the song.
Yes. I could see what she was doing. It was clear. He is more complicated. I think he's got different powers. I think he's got... it wasn't as straightforward for me to... Visually.
I think that's just the way they decided to edit the video, but yeah.
But he seems to be doing a lot.
He's very, like, acrobatic.
Yes.
But she mostly just swings her thing around, and also she brings on ocean friends sometimes to attack for her.
So whose theme do I like more? I like his reason for doing things. His heart and soul is in the quest to...
You like the meaning of the lyrics?
I do. Yeah. I'll go with him.
Okay. That's pretty based.
Mm-hmm.
You know what based means?
No. Base.
Based means
Based.
having a good opinion, basically.
Oh, like basic?
No.
No.
No, basic means, like, having a boring opinion.
Alright.
Based, B-A-S-E-D, means
Oh,
having a good opinion.
a based. I was thinking about basting a lamb roast.
No, I don't think that's been taken yet as slang. They were doing my brother's favorite character. You know him. Love him.
Potemkin.
We love this guy.
Big muscly guy.
He's very wide.
He's very wide. He has a small head.
I mean, it's only small in relation to his body.
Yeah, true. He's very smart, I can tell.
You can tell.
No, I'm joking.
He actually is smart.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's actually, like... He only has... Well, I'll get into it all later.
Alright.
You want to hear the song
Okay,
first?
probably heads up. I'm not really into the Guilty Gear style of music.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not one I would, play in my CD player.
Like, the only one you really liked was Lily.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Lily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm listening to it and I see the appeal.
Yes.
Wow, straight into it.
Yeah. The other ones have like a 20-second intro.
Mm.
This one gets into it.
Wow. Very good. Good message. His theme song suits him, suits his style, suits his reason for living.
What is that?
To fight the baddies, stick up for the lost people. What else? You tell me. What's he doing?
Potemkin was born in Zep, a military state established during the Crusades. He was born with a mutation as well that made his muscles grow really quickly. And
Right.
that's the only reason he's that big.
Ah. Okay.
He was a slave soldier identified by a barcode number.
I saw the barcode. Did he have the barcode in that video? I kept seeing something on
I think he's
somewhere.
I think it's showing up
Okay.
with low quality there, but I think he's on his shoulder.
Alright.
And it was all design, it was on his collar.
Okay.
He was forced to wear an anti-desertion bomb collar. He was given a mission to win the second Holy Order selection tournament, which was a farce orchestrated by Testament. Oh, that's the whole thing. Potemkin reluctantly agreed, hoping to secure territory for Zep peacefully. After the tournament, Potemkin's mission was revealed to be a test, and he met Sergeant Gabriel, who offered him a chance to join a revolution against the corrupt Zep regime, and pretty much freed him as a slave. Potemkin accepted and removed his explosive collar, forms alliances across the games, and makes decisions that impact his character development. In Strive, Potemkin is involved in battles to protect the White House from Happy Chaos. He teams up with other characters and faces formidable adversaries to secure a better future for his nation and his allies.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he's fighting for.
But I think the song is mostly talking about he only really knows how to take orders. All of his life, even though he's been freed as a slave now, he's still kind of fighting the guy who freed him, not really questioning orders. So he's kind of like being made to be a soldier who doesn't question orders. And the lyrics are talking about like black and gray system, like it's all really complicated. Justice is really complicated.
The person that he works for is a good guy.
I think he's a good guy, yeah.
Alright, gives him good orders, to obey and not do bad things with his
Yeah.
power.
Yeah, I think Zep is a pretty good guy.
Alright. Well, that was a good song. I didn't mind that. Yes, it wasn't too hard to follow or, loud.
Very like clear lyrics.
Yes, he's working for good. So I'll put him up the top
In S.
in S.
Sol.
And poor Sol. I don't know, Sol. I'm probably going to have to listen to your theme song again because you're probably up there with everyone else. But you were the first one I listened to, and yes.
They're just all gonna be an S and A. Sol's the only one an A.
Yeah, I know. That's not really good, is it? I would say I'll put him at the front.
Oh, at the front, like up high.
Yeah.
Okay. I was expecting you to like Potemkin's one so much. Probably like one of the heaviest ones.
Yes. Well, that's true. It was, but he had a nice deep voice.
Well, they all
And it wasn't-
sung by the same guy.
Oh, same guy. Well, now you're questioning. Now I'm questioning it. Maybe I'll put him here, number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, because I did really like
Guy's theme.
Kai's theme. Yeah, that's right. It's hard when you haven't, you hear a new one and you're like, oh yeah, I really like that one.
Yeah, and then you forgot what the others were.
Yes, so I've got to stay focused and remember what I like to begin with. Yes, that one.
This one's a bit wacky.
Oh, it's wacky? Okay.
Well, by wacky I mean like crazy. Like you might call it death metal.
Oh, okay. Death metal it is. And he looks a bit like a zombie.
He's just very like anorexic.
Oh.
And he's kind of crazy, so his lyrics don't make complete sense.
He's
He's kind of insane, so his lyrics don't make complete sense.
okay. Is he a doctor or a nurse?
He's a doctor.
Something has happened in his life.
What's happened?
Well,
What do you think? The song? What's happening?
well, it's very flexible.
Yeah,
He's thin. And
I think he's like 8 feet tall or something.
looks like he does a bit of yoga. But it looks like under that bag he was nice looking and something made him go crazy. Did he get shot? Originally something happened. Did he meet someone? Did he lose someone he loved?
Faust was once a respected surgeon. until a young patient died during surgery that he was doing, causing him to go mad and embark on a murderous rampage. He later discovered that someone else was responsible for the patient's death, prompting him to regain his humanity. Faust decided to dedicate his life to saving others, working as an itinerant doctor outside the licensed medical system, offering aid to those in need without expecting anything in return. He helps and treats various characters throughout the games. I think he helps deliver Kai's baby, Sin. Well, you can see he can fight.
Yes.
He also helps to protect the world and stuff. He encounters Zato and learns about Enclave's involvement in the past, who was behind the incident that shattered his sanity. They staged the... I think he was about to discover, like, the secret to immortality or something like that.
Yes.
And so I think they assassinated the girl so that, like, sabotaged that
Yes.
surgery so that didn't happen.
Yes. And then he probably got fired, or he just quit.
Well, he went on a murderous rampage and, in Strive. Faust continues his life as a doctor, seeking atonement for his past crimes. Oh, and let me show you, by the way. This is what he looked like before Strive. He was just a really goofy guy. He had, like, lots of funny animations. Like, he was kind of had, like, Looney Tunes kind of wackiness.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like, he was funny.
Yeah. It's made people laugh.
Yeah.
And what is the meaning of the bag with the hole in it?
That's just his way of covering his face.
Yeah, it's
because-
hiding his identity.
Yeah, this is, in the first Guilty Gear, you can actually see his face. This was when he was going on the murderous rampage.
He reminds me of The Mask.
Oh,
A
yeah.
little bit.
He would be played by Jim Carrey, like in the live action.
Yes.
Participates in an operation to prevent Delilah's destructive magical power from causing a catastrophe. Despite the risk, Faust is determined to save her, and he basically sacrifices... So he uses this, like, big magical powerful spell. It's not exactly clear what happened, but it seemed like it destroyed his sanity and his body a little bit, and kind of made him regress back into... Not exactly regress, because he's not, like, evil right now. He's just kind of walking around sort of like a zombie. But he still has his, like... He's still wanting to help people right now. He's just kind of, like, really sad. Really tired. So it's really...
has a good heart.
He's really tragic.
Well, that's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you see him in the game. Things happen in the game, obviously, and then he appears or he's needed. Yeah. He helps people if they get injured.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this Guilty Gear is turning out to be more than I thought it was. It's not just a game where you're going from level to level and doing this and that.
Yeah.
It's like it's played out like a drama.
Yeah. There's a lot of complex
action
story
drama.
for a fighting game.
All right, well, that was a good one.
So, where do we think
Suited
of putting
him. Suited him. It wasn't too crazy. It was too crazy. What do you think?
Well, it's how much do you like the song?
Well, I didn't mind the song. Quite liked it. Probably put him number 2. I mean at A.
Yeah.
Let's put him there. I can't remember Souls very well, but
Do you want me to just play it for like a second?
yes. Now, is he good?
Yeah, he's the main character.
Oh, he's the main character. He's good. See, yeah, I was just getting into this game, and now I'm getting more into the game. Yeah, that's probably enough. I can see that I probably could put him up here.
Yeah, do you want to?
Yes, I could put him up there.
Okay.
Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
Like, it's got a good message. It's got a good beat. It's nothing wrong with it. There's
nothing wrong with any of the songs.
There's nothing wrong with any of the songs now. But now I think you could probably put him up there beside Soul.
Okay.
Yeah? You think so?
Do you think so? I think S is sort of like what you would like to go and listen to.
All
sort
right.
of.
Okay. All right. Well, then put him back here. All right. Yeah, I think that's good. Now, how did you describe Soul character? The driving force. That was what you said, the driving force. Just then. He's the driving force of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, that was a very, driving, like a lot of force in that song and the beat and everything. So I'll leave it there like that. Yeah, that's cool. Very nice. I don't mind it. Okay. So are there bad characters? Evil characters will be...
There are. We haven't gone into them yet.
Okay, good. Because
Well,
they'll probably be
she's-
the ones that'll be
She's
down lower.
maybe
And live.
morally dubious.
Oh, which one?
This one that we're about to do. I think she's a neutral. She's an assassin, but she fights with skills of her old occupation in search of a better life. So I guess we'll just get to a theme.
All right. I guess she's popular.
She is.
I feel a touch of the moonlight.
Well, I like the song, but it's a bit hectic for me.
It's like really fast.
Yeah. I like her outfit.
Yeah, she's cute.
But yeah, it's just a little too much for me. I mean, I don't totally hate it, but it wouldn't be the one that I would pick.
That's fair enough.
Mhm.
What do you think about the lyrics?
What do I think about the lyrics? I think the lyrics are good. How about you tell me a bit about her so I can understand?
Okay, Milia Rage, a Russian orphan, was taken in by the Assassin's Guild, led by Zato 1, which is... we'll get to his theme next time. Trained as an assassin, she gains the power to wield her hair as a deadly weapon.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, do you notice her, like, kind of...
Yes.
Yeah, doing stuff with her hair while she was fighting?
Yeah. Okay, well that's good.
But despised her life. She encountered Slayer, leader of the guild's corruption, learned of the guild's corruption, and was later captured by Leon Mining. In captivity, Slayer freed her, and she returned to find Zato willing to kill for her. She fled and informed Venom of Zato's death. Learning Zato was alive, they rescued him and parted ways with the guild. 2180, Milia encountered the Second Holy Order selection tournament to kill Zato. Though she defeated him, she couldn't end his life. She remained a fugitive. She later sought to revenge on Zato, informing Venom of the guild's plot. They discovered Zato possessed by Eddie, seeking a gear named Dizzy. Milia fought Eddie, but couldn't defeat him. In one path, Zato regained control and died asking for forgiveness. In another, she killed Eddie and Zato. She faced the guild. She grappled with her past as an assassin, her complex relationship with Zato, and her pursuit of revenge. Next odd, she learned of Zato's resurrection by the Conclave, uniting with him, Venom, and Slayer. She worked to deliver information about the Conclave to Kaikisk, who was the king at the time. Milia faced threats, Bedman and the Universal Police Forces. In Strive, Milia reformed the Assassin's Guild in the post-war Assassination Administration Bureau, supporting the government.
Wow.
Which wasn't very important in that game, actually. So basically, I don't think I wrote this down very well, but basically, she had a very complicated relationship with the leader of the Assassin Guild, who was the one who took her in as an orphan. And I think they were like kind of dating, but it was sort of abusive. It was kind of toxic, rather. A bit of a toxic relationship they had, where they were like both like too attached to each other, like toxically so. And so, but I think she hated being an assassin, so that's why she fled.
That's a full-on story.
Yeah.
No wonder her song is so full-on.
Yeah, I mean, the songs always fit the characters perfectly.
Yes. Yeah. Alright, well let me put that into order, and I'll put it next to this one.
Yeah. Below him?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. Good. Miller.
Milia.
Milia. Okay, well she's on the right track now, is she?
Yeah, I think now she's just kind of like... said she reformed the Assassin's Guild into the Post-War Administration Bureau, and she supports the Illyrian government, which is the country that Kai runs. So I think that sounds like she's on the right track, since
Okay.
she works for Kai basically now.
She's more of a purpose and meaning in her life. She's just going to keep seeking that. Very good. Don't look back.
Yeah.
Look forward. Who are we listening to today?
This is Zato 1's theme.
Okay. Zatu 1. Is there a Zatu 2?
No. He's called Zato 1 because there's a famous blind samurai called Zato Ichi, and 1 in Japanese is Ichi, so they basically made a pun and named him after the blind samurai,
Oh.
because as you can see, he's also blind.
Oh. My guess is he has a lot of powers to make up for his lack of sight.
Oh,
Like a
really?
lot of sensory.
You already know a lot.
Mm.
So I think this is the most popular song from the game.
Oh.
People really like this song.
Okay. Who's he a shadow? Who's who's shadow? He wants to be a shadow of who?
It kind of is a shadow.
Or he is the
Like,
shadow
Metaphorically, he is a shadow.
of...
Well, do you remember Milia from the last one? She was like, she was under the Assassin's Guild,
Yes.
and she fell in love with the leader.
Yes.
This was the leader that she fell in love with.
Ah.
And then I think she ended up killing him and betraying him. Or betraying him first and then killing him.
But he sort of sold his soul almost for her, did he? I don't know, he seems like a good person. Says he doesn't like the way things are now, if they could be in the past, if it could be like it was in the beginning. Is that sort of what he's saying?
Yeah. No, he's probably tied with Faust, or maybe even more tragic than Faust for being the most tragic character in the game.
Ah.
Often due to the Crusades, Zato joined the Assassin's Guild and lost his eyesight in order to gain that shadow guy there who gives him all those shadowy powers.
Oh, did he volunteer his sight?
Yeah, so it's almost, when you said like he sold his soul for power, that's almost what he did, except he didn't sell his soul, he just sold his eyesight.
Oh, okay, right.
And he eventually became the Assassin Guild's leader. Milia and Venom, also members of the guild, looked up to Zato, forming a close bond with him. Milia became his lover, Venom his loyal follower. But Slayer's interference, which was the previous Assassin's Guild leader, led to Milia's capture. Zato's overuse of his powers eventually led to the emergence of a sinister presence, Eddie, which is the actual name of that guy.
And now is he his shadow? He is his shadow. Sort of like he's the leader. In charge.
It was like that for a bit. For a while, for one of the games, he took over his body for a while.
Oh.
Yeah. And instead of saying that you were playing as Zato, it said you were playing as Eddie.
Oh.
Even though it was Zato's body.
Oh.
In Exiled, Zato and Eddie were resurrected by the Conclave. Zato's body was used for research.
A lot of tragedy in this game.
But the thing is, though, when he was resurrected, so now it's Zato again, but, I mean, Eddie's still sort of like a parasite. But anyway, when Zato was resurrected, it didn't, like, fully, like, kind of bring back all of his, like, emotions and stuff. He's not, like, a complete, like, human like he once was.
Himself, yeah.
Yeah. So he's kind of, like, really emotionless now. A lot of the lyrics are about, like the abyss and, like, hope that's not the end of sorrow and joy. Like, he wants to feel emotions again. That last part of the song, where it gets all sentimental and stuff, is because of his attachment to Milia. That's, like, Milia's the only person who's able to make him feel emotions now. But Milia doesn't really want anything to do with him.
Yeah. Oh, it's not good, is it?
Yeah. And people love this song mostly for that last part,
Yes.
where it gets really sad.
Yes. Oh, well, I wasn't the odd one out then.
Yeah.
Because I like the end part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense then, while the other part is so crazy.
Yeah. I mean, all the songs are only like that because of how the characters are, you know? Like, Mei doesn't have a death metal song because she just isn't, you know, she's just happy. But Zato is, you know, kind of broken, so he gets a song like that.
Oh, it's hard to put him in a place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the song for me is a bit too drivey, pushy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put him in A, number 2.
Where in?
I mean, I would put him up the top because I like the song. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't like the song.
But it's mostly just say like the last part and not the rest of it.
Yeah, but the rest of it makes sense as to why it's like that.
Yeah, but this Teos is more about what you like, which ones you like personally.
I might put him in here between those two.
Okay. So you like it not as much as Faust?
I think I like that one better.
Faust one?
Yeah. Yeah, leave it there.
Okay. So this is the next one. I think this
Oh.
is she's also very popular.
Oh. How do you pronounce her name?
Ramlethal.
Ramlethal.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, it looks like Ram Lethal.
It does.
Hmm.
Yeah, people joke that like she's top tier because she has lethal in her name.
Yeah. Okay, lethal weapon.
So that's a complicated one.
It's a complicated one. Gotta concentrate. That wasn't bad. I didn't mind that. Sounds like she's got her heart in the right place. Well, I saw her with the animals.
Yeah, with the dog.
Yes. And was there a cat there too, or just a dog?
There's the puppy.
No, just a puppy. And that made me think that she's not interested in all that other stuff. She's not interested in gain. I think she's just interested in the heart,
Yeah.
and that's why I liked it. Is that sort of where I should be thinking, how I should be thinking about that song?
Yeah.
I thought that it kind of lost me a little bit because it was a bit repetitive.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a long song. It's one of the longest songs.
Oh, was it?
It's over 6 minutes.
Yeah. So I did kind of drift. My mind drifted to something else for a moment, and then so it's easy to listen to. Yeah, it's easy to listen to, but I did kind of drift away for a second. Lost my concentration on it, but yeah, well, it's a good song. We've got what is her story like? What's the reason for? Is she dressed like a nurse?
No.
They're good.
It's more like a military sort of aesthetic.
Okay.
Especially like in the hat, it kind of looked like a general or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
She obviously fights bad guys.
Well, she does now. But Ramlethal was created by the Universal Will, which is basically the main villain of Guilty Gear, as a successor to the previous Valentine, which is someone else, to activate the Cradle, resurrect justice. It's a whole thing. She lacked emotions and was programmed specifically just for this mission. Ramlethal's younger twin sister, Elfelt, was created by the Universal Will with emotions to infiltrate human society. Elfelt rebelled, but Ramlethal continued with her mission. Ramlethal issued a declaration of war on the world and activated the Cradle of Babylon, serving as a distraction. Elfelt intervened to prevent Ramlethal's self-destruction. Ramlethal was taken into custody by Kai and her weapons confiscated. Zin attempted to make her laugh, believing she had emotions, and they began spending time together. Ramlethal began developing emotions, especially after witnessing the death of her dog, because she had another dog before this one. She formed a close bond with Elfelt and revealed information about some stuff. They later joined forces to save Elfelt and Justice, and Ramlethal found happiness in her new family. So basically, she was created, basically as a robot at first, with no emotions. She was programmed not to have emotions, but then she ended up developing emotions later when Kai's son took her in and started spending time with her because he seemed to see some good in her, even though she seemed like an emotionless robot. And now she's been, over the course of time, learning more and more about human emotions and stuff, and developing her own emotions, becoming her own person.
I like that. That's good. So she probably doesn't have. She probably has a good heart. That's what I was thinking. Yes, if she's learning all these things, and she was like a blank page before.
Yeah. Or if anything, she was, brainwashed to hate humanity.
Oh.
Because you see at the start of the song, it's like at.
Well, there's a lot of things that just burn up time.
So basically, how there's both the female voice and the male voice. And the male voice starts copying the female voice. So the female voice in this song is the Universal Will telling her what to think, programming her. Telling her that, humanity is pointless and stuff, and that they're just burning up time, running around uselessly, just doing evil things, like domination. And then when the male voice is repeating that's Ramlethal absorbing it. But then after that, it's like, she starts singing on her own. She comes to her own conclusion. So that's there is good and evil, but it's a necessary discrepancy. It's like a necessary kind of thing. And the world is foolish, but it's also loving.
Okay.
So, yeah, the song is basically about her trying to appreciate humans, but then also, kind of giving her own message at the end, where it's like humans do also need to be better, a bit better than they are right now.
Yeah. Amen. Wow. Where does she go?
Right here. Okay. So better than Soul, not as good as May.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
But they're all good messages. Like there's messages there. Now I've got to go back to do I like the song
Yeah.
as well. So I'll leave it there. I did like the song, but yeah, I got lost a little bit.
Yeah. I think a lot of people like her, but they don't really like her song that much because it is kind of slow and it gets boring. But also the song changes tempo like 5 times,
Yeah.
so it's also a bit crazy at the same time.
Yes. So I don't know if I even should put her in the top tier.
Well, do you see like it more in Souls?
Probably not. Now let's move her, and I think that I will put her here.
Okay.
Yeah. He looks a bit like a werewolf.
He does.
Is he?
I mean, he's not.
Oh, he's not, but
He's
he's
kind of-
very hairy. Exaggerated
Well,
hairiness.
I think he's kind of modeled after a lion because his name is Leo.
Oh, of course, a lion, not a
Yeah,
werewolf.
He's got the whole mane.
Oh, yes, I
kinda
should have
goes-
realised that.
But he's just a guy.
Okay, he's just a guy. It's Leo.
Yeah. Leo Whitefang.
Leo Whitefang.
Yeah.
Does he have big teeth?
He's just a guy.
Just a guy.
He's just a guy.
All right, Leo, show us what you've got. Nice coat. Good shoes, too. Swear word.
It's not the first swear word. Son. You had the S word.
Wow. Pretty full on.
What do you think that was about?
Not really sure. I'm a bit lost. Well, he's writing down his conquests. Is he writing, keeping note of
I think
all
he's-
of his conquests?
Something like that. He usually writes down stuff after he's like defeated someone,
Yes.
like on a fight.
Yes.
So I think so.
Yes.
Something like that.
Okay. But is he good?
It's good.
Okay. I thought he was going to hell.
No.
Okay. Okay, so it's pretty good, and the music's pretty good. Bit funny. It's supposed to be a little bit funny.
I don't know if the song's supposed to be funny, but he's funny.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
He's like kind of a really goofy, sort of a meathead sort of character.
Is he?
Sort of a meathead. He's not like that unintelligent, but yeah.
Alright, and what is his story then? I don't mind that song.
He has a very interesting case, I'll tell you
Okay.
why. Because he doesn't have a lot of backstory, per se, that we know about at least. So, Leo joins the Sacred Order of Holy Knights during the Crusades to fight against Gears. Which is also where Kai was. He was also in the Sacred Order. So he became friends with Kai through that, although he occasionally felt overshadowed by Kai's abilities. Leo led his own unit during the war and played a crucial role in securing humanity's strategic point. After the war's end, Leo became the second king of the United Kingdoms of Illyria, overseeing multiple nations. He collaborated with Kai and others during the crisis involving Ramlethal, and they faced various challenges. So that's pretty much it. He just joins the other heroes fighting bad guys from then on.
Okay.
But it's very interesting. He doesn't come across as a very deep character or anything. He's just kind of like almost like a comedic relief. Like you saw him like falling over and stuff when they were trying to put the chair down. But then they gave him this theme song. It makes it seem like he has really intense survivor skills or something.
Ah, but in fact he doesn't really.
Well, no, it must be that he does. But like, maybe
He doesn't take himself seriously?
I think people will think that he probably puts up a facade to like bottle it all down. It's interesting because we didn't know any of this about his inner turmoil until this song came out, and it added like a whole new depth to his character.
And when did the song come out?
When Guilty Gear Strive released, which was I don't remember, like 2 years ago.
Right, so it'd been in the game for all that time, and then his theme song comes out.
Well, he was in the last game.
Okay, he was in the last game,
Yeah.
but he didn't have a theme song then.
He had a theme song. It didn't have lyrics though, because the ones in the last game didn't have lyrics.
Oh,
But then when they released this new game, they gave all the characters new themes that had lyrics.
okay. Alright. So it explains a few things, so, or describes him.
Yeah, like especially this part. So that part's definitely describing like all of his comrades like died in a battle or something, and he's like on the ground and like he can't move. Limbs can't hear my commands. I can't even talk because I'm in so much pain. All I know is that all of my friends died, and now he's blaming himself by calling himself the Reaper because he was the leader of the unit.
Ah.
So this song is just about really intense survivor skill.
Okay. What's the sword say? Do you know?
Some of the characters have just like random writing on them
okay.
somewhere, and like it's really. I think no one's bothered to document what it says.
Okay.
Okay, so it says noblesse oblige and ignorance may kill a lion.
Whatever that means.
I don't know.
Ignorance may kill a lion.
But I think
I'm sure that would be something to look out.
I think that's like a motif throughout some of the designs is that people have like random writing on them somewhere, because I think Saul like did it. He like wrote free on his belt, and then I think that inspired other characters to like take up after him or something because they found it inspiring. So
Ah, now the hard part.
Hmm.
The start of tier 2.
okay, like he's better than Faust. Him.
No, put him there then. Still like.
Well, Zato.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, how do you pronounce his name again?
Faust.
Faust. Yeah. I don't know. That. I'll leave it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this guy's very cool.
Oh. What's his name?
Nagoriyuki.
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 Yeah.
Sounds Japanese.
He's actually based off of a real life samurai who was black.
Oh.
I think his name was Yasuke.
Mm.
So I think he's inspired by him, or he might actually be him.
Right. A real life samurai.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like, came from Africa and then they made him into a samurai.
Okay. Would have been big and strong. So I guess he's big and strong.
Yeah.
And he's a good guy? Am I allowed to ask that to begin with? Or I'll have to work it out from the theme.
I think he's a good guy.
Okay.
I mean, it's sort of like neutral, like in the story, but he's like a good person.
Mhm.
He's very polite and everything.
Okay. Oh, that was a good one. Probably not the best one, but it was a nice. It was more of a chill type feel to that song.
Not super heavy.
No, it wasn't super
Well, it was
heavy.
heavy, but in a slow kind of way.
Yes, yeah. Which I didn't mind. Well, there was a lot of blood in that.
Because he's a. So in Guilty Gear, vampires exist, but they're called nightless.
Night.
Nightless.
Okay.
But they're basically vampires.
Right. All right. So they have to drink blood. Now he doesn't drink blood though.
He does.
Oh.
Kind of has to.
Oh, he kind of has to.
Yeah. But, Goriyuki, a knightless samurai, once served as the retainer of Kazusanosuke during the Crusades. That makes people think he actually was Yasuke, the African samurai, since he was a retainer of Kazusanosuke. So people think that he was actually, this is actually supposed to be him, but like, he turned into a vampire somehow. However, his life took a dark turn when he encountered Happy Chaos who used binding magic to manipulate him into serving his interests. So basically, during the story mode, he was being manipulated by Happy Chaos to fight all of the heroes.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's not fair. So he's fighting the heroes
against his will.
against his will.
Yeah.
Or what he's got to do. Does he find out in the end that he's being manipulated and then kills the person who was doing the manipulating?
Well, I think he breaks out of the magic at some point and stops fighting the heroes. And then after that, He seeks solitude, and he spent decades in a meditative hibernation in a luxurious high-rise basement in Illyria, paying a significant sum for his seclusion. Oh wait, so that was before the story mode. So then, his dormant existence was disrupted when Chaos awakened him again. And then this is where the story mode happens, once again wielding his binding magic to force Nagoriyuki to become his bodyguard. So, Happy Chaos made him fight for him twice.
Well, he must be a good fighter
Yeah,
then. But yeah, Happy Chaos, is that the name?
that's his name.
Oh, get rid of him.
Yeah, and his theme is down here. He has a good theme, though.
Right. Even though he's not good. Well, we haven't got to him yet.
Well, I was gonna say maybe he's the main villain, but it's hard to say who's the main villain of the whole series.
Right.
But yeah, he's the main villain of Strive.
Okay.
Yeah. This arrangement was due to Nagoriyuki being the only one who knew Happy Chaos's weakness. However, in the final confrontation, Nagoriyuki broke free from Chaos's control, allowing Soul to defeat him. Nagoriyuki played a pivotal role in exposing Ino's weak point and assisting in her ultimate defeat. Yet, his fate remains uncertain as he disappears after Happy Chaos and Ino's departure from the scene.
So he disappeared.
I mean, it's more that we don't really know what happened after that in the story mode, because this was the last game that came out. If there's another game, he'll probably be in that, and there'll be a story with him.
Okay, well, he's got a full-on story, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, but like besides that, how in the actual like fighting of the game, very like polite, he's got a kind of samurai, honorable kind of attitude.
Very good. And that can't be taken away. Like, that door can't be shut in
Yeah.
him, within him, because that is powerful force of good.
Yeah, I think even while he was being controlled, he was still being like very honorable to like the people he was fighting. I think he didn't want to fight Giovanna because she was a woman, or because maybe it wasn't because she was a woman, but because he knew that she was weaker than him.
Okay, so he's had a full-on battle just even within himself,
Yeah.
between good and evil. Ah, and good reigns supreme. Alright, let's put him somewhere.
Indeed.
Wow. Well, it was a good song. Maybe I could put him up there.
Okay. Better than Soul. Not as good as me.
Oh,
That's okay. He used to be an A. You elevated him.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's put him there. That's just where my mind was
Yeah.
saying put him. So I'll go with my first thought.
Okay. I think you like her because she has a dog.
Oh, she has a dog and a nice haircut.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of got the same hair as Ino, but she isn't evil.
Oh, okay, good. Not an evil one. Well, that was a good one. I like that. What's her story? I can't tell a real lot about her story from the song.
So, she doesn't have a whole lot of story. So,
Is she fighting the bad? Is she...
yeah.
Alright, so she's on the good team and she's fighting the bad and her dog helps her. I noticed the dog's wrapped around her a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, the dog was fighting with her. She kind of does the kicks and stuff while the dog also, like, attacks as well. Yeah, and she works for the government, so she pretty much just does whatever the government wants her to do.
Right. Okay.
But, since she doesn't have a lot of, story, for most of these characters I wrote down their whole story, but for this, she doesn't have any, so I also just included her personality description. So, Giovanna is introduced in the story driving a limousine that carries US President Vernon E. I don't feel like saying all those names. Carrying a bunch of people to the White House for preparations related to the World Peace G4 Summit. Later, she is seen patrolling the White House area and receiving training from her superior. Her refusal to earn a high-rank badge due to its cartoon design becomes a point of discussion. During her patrol, Giovanna senses the eerie presence of Happy Chaos, but she arrives too late to prevent her fellow agents from being brainwashed. She subsequently engages in a battle with Chaos. The encounter also leads her to face Nagoriyuki, who is under Chaos's control. Initially victorious against Nagoriyuki, Giovanna loses when Chaos takes control of him. After the rest of the story's events, Giovanna vows to get revenge on Nagoriyuki, but also has a hidden objective to save him from his current situation, meaning a deeper connection between the two characters, though we don't know yet. Giovanna is said to be careful with her words, but still manages to come off as rude and irreverent due to her attitude. She's very snarky.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. And sassy.
Oh. Yes, it's hard to not irritate some people, with your straightforward.
She's very straightforward.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Deep down, though, she means well, and is especially friendly with children and animals. Due to the unique environment she grew up in, she can also be a bit lacking in social skills and nuances at times. I didn't actually know that she didn't mean to be sarcastic, because she comes off as so, sarcastic and rude sometimes.
Alright.
I just thought she was like that. Ray, her spirit wolf companion, is like family to Giovanna and fights at her side. Despite her position as a special forces officer, Giovanna also comes off as lazy, but when push comes to shove, she handles matters as a professional.
Good. Where are we putting Giovanna?
Are we putting Trigger?
Well, Trigger.
That's the name of the song.
Oh, okay. Where am I putting Trigger? I'm going to put Trigger. Drum roll. At number 1.
Oh, really? Okay. It's the most, punk rock. I did kind of think that might be the genre you'd like the most out of all these.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the most kind of, pop-ish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think, out of all of them so far, she's probably most like me.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew you'd like her as a character.
Who is this?
This is Anji Mito.
Anji. I've heard this one.
Yeah. Oh, I think I did play it.
I think I've heard it.
Yeah.
It's into martial arts.
Yeah, he fights with his fans.
I think that has a story to it.
Yeah, that's the
Who is the Small Footsteps?
I mean, I'm not really exactly sure what this song is about, because it's the song that I keep forgetting is there.
Oh, right. I'm just wondering who the Small Footsteps were.
Well, I know that people consider this to be him singing a love song to another character.
Yes, I thought so.
It's probably I think it's kind of because he's pursuing this person. So it's I'm following in your footsteps.
Okay.
I'm following behind you.
Yes.
Kind of thing.
Yes. Then there's only one footstep.
Um,
She's hopping. Or the character is what not?
Now a single footstep carries two hearts. Could be referencing how Baiken basically became Delilah's guardian, and now Anji cares for the two of them while he loves Baiken. That is really cute.
Well, for people who know the game well and the characters, I don't know all the characters.
Yeah.
But as far as rating the song goes,
Yeah.
I could rate the song after if you'd like to tell me any more information about the ins and outs, the research.
Okay, so Anji Mito, a descendant of pure Japanese ancestry, emerged from a world where Japan was destroyed by the Gear Commander Justice, leaving only a handful of Japanese survivors living under the world government's protection. Rejecting the sedentary life under this system, Anji opted for a life of freedom, valuing the present over government protection. Driven by curiosity rather than spite, Anji concealed his racial origins to search for that man. There's a character called That Man.
That man?
Yes.
Really?
That's his. Well, that's not his real name, but that's what they call him for most of the games.
Oh,
until his
okay.
real name was revealed.
Right.
Who was responsible for the destruction of Baiken's hometown and the Crusades. Before leaving his colony, he took Zessin, weakening the colony's dimensional barrier, and evaded authorities so that they returned him. His quest led him to encounters with Dizzy and Saul Bad Guy, who he believed to be centuries-old Gear, prompting investigations into Gear's origins. Anji collaborated with Axel Lowe in information exchange, encountered Mizuha, Tyr, and Gina, and involved in missions to save the world.
Such a complicated plot.
I don't actually know what some of this is talking about. I didn't know there was so much lore I didn't know.
Wow. The creators have a very vast imagination.
Yeah. Eventually, he met that man and engaged in missions related to him, confronting Ino and participating in her capture. Anji's collaboration with Chip Zanoff revealed the true identity of the Gear Maker Asuka Akuritz, culminating in the witnessing of Ino's ascension to godhood. Don't worry about that. A heartfelt reunion with Baiken.
Right, who's Baiken? Apart from it sounding almost like the president's name.
That's this skull.
Oh, okay.
So, we won't beat our theme for a little bit more.
Okay.
But,
Is that the person he
it's
is
pursuing.
affectionate
Yeah.
about? Okay.
Yeah.
Pursuing, that's the word.
Yeah, he's a bit of a romantic, but it's mostly for her.
Oh, okay.
He's very flirty with her in particular.
Okay.
It's people think that this song is just kind of like a love letter to Viking.
Okay. Viking.
It's because they're both Japanese.
Oh.
So that's probably another part of the reason why he likes her. Because in Guilty Gear, Japanese are like kind of endangered because Japan was hit by like not a nuclear bomb but a big laser.
Wow. Yep. And how many Japanese gears? Is it gears? You would call them gears or soldiers, or how many in the game?
How many characters?
Actual characters, yeah. Just call them what the character.
There's 3.
There's 3.
So
okay, there's only 3.
Yeah, and Mei is one of them. She's actually
Oh,
Japanese.
okay, right. Good. Any Australians?
No, there is a British person. That's
Oh.
close enough.
Oh, that's a British person.
Yeah. Well, I think also a lot of real world countries don't actually exist anymore in Guilty Gear World.
Oh,
Cause,
yes.
cause it's like way in the future.
Yeah.
So
Ah.
yeah,
Uh,
Japan is only known because like the thing about Japan getting destroyed happened a long time ago, and now they're all just like
Interesting.
refugees.
Alright. Interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Where would we be putting that boy? That man, if you will.
Look. I'm going to put that theme song down at B.
Yeah. Most people don't really like that song.
Yeah, it was a little bit...
Boring.
Yeah, a little bit boring. Childish? I don't know what it is, but it
Yeah.
was sort of everywhere.
Yeah.
Like a bit
it
disoriented
didn't feel like it had
and
much of like one single point or something.
deconstructed.
Yeah.
Maybe that was meant to be. Maybe that's because his life or his world or something is sort of all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes
I didn't have a strong connection with that song. I didn't really feel the beat or you know, like others that I've
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah, it does feel a bit like it's all over the place, but it doesn't have like a main point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that had something to do with his character or his life. Who knows?
And I guess it could be something about how he values freedom.
Yeah,
So
well,
that's why it's just kind of all over the place.
yeah.
It doesn't need a point.
He's
It's
a
not
bit of a
really
free spirit,
Yeah.
is he?
Yeah.
Ah.
That's like his main value is freedom.
Well, there you go. Maybe that is that then. It's free of the usual kind of way music's put together.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the songs have like weird flaws in them, but they have those flaws because it makes sense to the character. Like her theme, her lyrics barely make sense, but there's an actual reason why.
Ah, so you have to pay attention to those little things. That's
Yeah.
right. Hidden agendas. Nice ending. I like that sound at the end. Well, now to dissect.
Very, very complicated.
This sounds like it's going to be complicated. There was a lot going on.
It's probably in the top 3 of complicated characters.
Really? Yes. Yes. Well, I could see a lot of other characters in there, and you would know what's going on. And her costume, well, her hat looks like a witch.
Yeah, she's got like a witch aesthetic going on.
Right. But she's very good at playing guitar and singing. So if you're into guitar, you're going to like that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same for all of them.
Yeah, well, true. And tell me a bit about her.
You ready for a doozy? So I hope I wrote this like down. So Ino's origins trace back to the backyard, where humanity's collective desire for a brighter future coalesced into an all-powerful entity sealed within a human girl's body. The original intervened to prevent her ascent to godhood, taking away her human desire and power, resulting in Ino. Unaware of her true nature, Ino aims to change humanity's bleak future, attempting to alter history multiple times but always converging on a single point. In Guilty Gear XX, she worked to eliminate obstacles to that man's plans, manipulating events and characters. She escaped detention, was killed Soul, leading to a time-freezing encounter with that man's report. In Guilty Gear Xrd, Ino's actions involved encounters with Remisel Valentine, Sol, Axel Lowe, Jacko, and that man, as she tried to change the future. This ride marked a turning point for Ino as she learned the truth about herself and became disillusioned with her previous activities. Seeking answers, she aimed to make all humans like her. Collaborating with Happy Chaos, she weakened the universal will, reshaped humanity, and achieved godlike powers. final battle with Sol, Kai, and the Goryuki led to her defeat and the revelation of her true nature. In the last moments, Ino traded places with her alternate past self, ignoring Axel. I think I wrote that down very well.
Sounded alright to me.
Yeah? Okay. Well, what do you get then?
Well, is she Eno?
Yeah.
And who is Eno? What does Eno look? Is Eno her looks the same as her? It's just that she was Requiem.
No.
No.
Requiem's the name of the song.
Oh, Requiem's the name of the song. Okay. What's this then?
Eno.
Oh, Eno.
Yeah, it's spelled like I
With
know,
an
but it's
I.
pronounced Eno.
Because, yes, I was just thinking that was I know. Alright. So it's Eno's theme.
Yeah.
What was her name to begin with?
Her real name is Megumi.
Alright. Well,
Questions?
any questions? Well, I sort of got lost a bit.
Yeah.
It's very complicated.
It is.
But, yeah, it's very complicated. I guess I'm just
If
old.
I want to try and simplify it,
Mhm.
she was born basically as an anomaly, like in space-time, like space-time anomaly.
Mhm.
And she was pretty much, because of that, she was pretty much born with the potential that she could potentially rise to be a god if she figured out how.
Ah, okay.
And I think to prevent that,
Yeah, I was getting that part of the story when you were reading about her.
yeah, so you remember Axel?
Yes.
The guy who was taken away from his girlfriend because of time anomaly swallowed him up
Mhm.
and brought him to the future in a different timeline.
Mhm.
She was actually that girl. She was Megumi.
Mhm. Oh,
His
okay.
girlfriend.
Yes.
I think the anomaly happened because of her,
Right.
and she ended up same thing ended up happening to her. I think, but she was able to control it better.
She went into the future.
Yeah, well, she started going everywhere. Like she started going to every different timeline and trying to change the future.
All
And I
right.
think she started out being good. Like she wanted to make things better for everyone.
Mhm.
But it was no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't seem to change things.
Fate.
Yeah, she couldn't seem to change fate.
Mm.
But it drove her kind of crazy seeing all of these different timelines now.
Mm.
And now she's barely human.
Mm. Yeah. And all the options, like
Yeah.
life now. So many options, choices, directions.
She's probably seen the world end in 100 different ways.
Mm. Yeah.
So she ended up becoming sort of apathetic.
Mm.
And then in Strive, she worked out basically how to become a god.
Mm.
That ended up
Not going in her favor.
as she was about to die, she revealed to Axel that she was Megumi. Because I think she only just remembered because it happened so long ago and she'd seen so much that her original memories was sort of starting to become fuzzy.
So she told him she's the one he loved.
Yeah. And then I think she traded places with her alternate past self, uniting with Axel. So basically, she died, but she brought the original version of herself back to live with Axel in the current timeline.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So yeah, I really like that song.
Yeah, I do too. Actually.
I love those emotional, kind of songs.
Yes. Yes, me too. That's tricky. Well, I want it up the top.
Yes.
I'd like Eno up the top, and maybe in front of Soul.
Yeah.
Yes, in front of Soul.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I'm thinking that.
Okay, so you like
Okay.
Noriyuki's one?
Maybe not. Maybe I like Eno's more.
You think so?
What do you think?
I mean, it's still too
Yeah, I know. A couple of days go by since you've heard that song.
Yeah, well, do you remember how it goes?
Not really.
Everything in this world leads to soul and life.
All right. No, I'll leave it there.
Okay.
That is a good song.
Okay, so that was the end of all the characters that were in the game when it came out,
Mm.
and the rest are the ones that they added later.
Right.
So this one is Gold Lewis.
And is this a good character? Fighting for good, or
think
I've got
so.
to work that out for myself that maybe he's evil. Because some are evil, aren't they?
Yeah, some are evil. Like, I guess she's evil, but it's in a tragic way.
Hmm. Hmm. What's that one about?
What do you think it was about?
Wasted words? Talking too much? People don't care? What's the point? We're all gonna die anyway? I don't know.
I think it's a bit like,
Fuck.
it's a bit like Potemkin's theme, where it's also about like taking orders and not questioning them.
Alright, because he did say that. He said he'll do anything he's told to do. Does that mean he'll do anything, like good or bad?
Well, anything is superior to tell him to,
Hmm.
and without questioning.
Well, it's sort of a good thing in a way that he's compliant and he's obedient, but depend on what you're being asked to do.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Other people. He works for the U.S. government. I think they're pretty good
Yeah.
in the Guilty Gear world.
Alright.
At least.
Yes. He looks a bit more US, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely like definitely a stereotype.
Where's he come from in America? Do they say, or
I don't think so. So
I don't know. I'm kind of getting a swamp vibe.
swamp.
Hmm.
He comes from the swamp.
I don't
like Shrek.
know, just because of these skulls.
I mean, yeah.
Like
well, they're
a,
doing swamps.
I don't know.
He's probably from like some southern part of America because he has that accent.
Yes, southern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you meant?
Well, maybe. Maybe
I
they
guess
have swamps
They do
and
have swamps in like Florida or whatever.
yes. Yeah, well they do.
Yeah.
Crocodiles,
Alligators.
alligators. Oops, wrong country.
Old Lewis Dickinson's background is cloaked in secrecy. Born after his older brother, he pursued a different path, joining the military during the Crusades to combat the Gear Menace. There he formed a close friendship with Vernon E. Grovitz. While Vernon transitioned to a political role, Old Lewis remained in the service and made history by becoming the first active duty soldier. In the events of Guilty Gear Strive, Asuka R. Cruz, aka that man, surrenders to the US government. In the aftermath, he reflects on the hero's funeral and enjoys a burger with her. In terms of abilities, Old Lewis possesses combat skills equivalent to the entire White House security force.
Wow.
He wields mysterious... Wait, let me actually get a bigger picture of it so you can
does
see.
he? He's got a horseshoe of some kind on his hand.
He has a coffin with a alien hand poking out.
I was wondering whose hand that was.
Yeah.
What a very strange weapon.
His whole aesthetic is like a cryptid hunter or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like he talks about like finding Sasquatch and stuff like that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And
Bigfoot.
he has like an alien in his Area 51 coffin that like does some of his attacks.
Okay, right. Now the picture's becoming a bit clearer.
Yeah. Builds a mysterious Area 51 coffin containing an extraterrestrial entity capable of providing advanced items.
Hmm. Now, what happened to his eye?
I don't actually know.
Oh,
No one really-
because he's getting a laser there. I can see in the picture.
Yeah. Well, it's like his.
Oh, that's his power, actually.
Well,
Does
no,
he shoot stuff out of his eye, or is it...
I think it's coming from the glass because it like opens up and then it has a little thing there.
Oh,
I think it's
right.
part of the glass, not his eye.
Right. Cool. Looks like he might like KFC.
Well, I mentioned him eating a burger, so he probably likes McDonald's.
Oh, okay. Burgers. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bit serious as a character, but I do like his song.
Hmm.
I think it's catchy.
That's catchy. But I'll probably put it down here at the start of A.
At the start of it, so better than
Yeah.
House.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Well, she looks outrageous.
I think besides the crazy cleavage, she's pretty cute.
Hmm.
But you just kind of get used to that in Japanese games.
Yes, sexualized sort of outfits. But the guys are too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Like
it's
you look at Kai, he has the same amount of cleavage.
yes, to be fair.
No, she's a cute character.
All right, she's cute. Okay.
Yeah. And I like her. She has like a mask.
All right, she has a mask
Yeah.
and not a nurse's costume.
No. Why do you keep saying nurses?
I don't know.
You said that about Rebel too. She has like this mask on her sometimes. She has like a
Oh,
Halloween kind of aesthetic.
okay, right. And it attaches to her ankle sometimes. Oh no,
Oh,
that
no, that's like a separate little thing. Like like opens
Oh.
up and there's like a spirit.
Okay.
So it's for some of her attacks.
Okay, that's one of her attacks. I thought it was a bomb, but it's not.
She just uses it for kicks. Somehow she can lift that.
All right. Okay, well, you got to have a few things up your sleeve or on your ankle. Around your ankle.
I love the name of her song. Perfection can't please me.
Ah,
So
yes.
sassy.
Okay, so sassy. Okay, well, she's hard to please then. Mm-hmm.
Perfection can't please me.
Well, who is she referring to? Perfection. Perfection in others or herself? So there's two. She has two personalities, does she? Is it that white, glowy, younger person that doesn't sort of have much of a face or anything?
Kind of. Well, she has two personalities within herself, but she also has this other part of her soul.
Well, as far as the song goes, I know I should answer that question first. The song is nice. It's light. It's happy. It's got good vocals. The singer has a good vocal
Yeah, she does have a nice.
range and a nice voice.
She's the only female singer for this OST. She's
Ah.
the May's theme and his theme.
Okay, well, I'd like that every time I hear her, of course. Now I know the same singer.
Yeah, she does sound really nice in this.
Yeah, I'm not that into it. It sort of reminds me of a Kylie Minogue or something like that you either like or you don't like. As far as the singing is good, the singing is good, just not my style. I have to be honest, it's not my cup of tea.
Alright, let's go.
All right, let's go. I do want to hear about her story, please.
So, you remember Saul Bad Guy?
Yes.
You remember how Saul was a scientist and he was working with two other scientists? One of them was his girlfriend. Her name was Arya. So she was converted into a gear by the other scientist named Justice, who was granted the power to control gears to prevent their use as weapons. However, during an activation test in 2074, universal will compromised Justice's body and consciousness, leading to a declaration of war against humanity. To save Arya, that man, who was the other scientist, created Jacko, a half Arya, designed to override Justice's memory and ultimately restore Arya to human form. So, think of Arya's soul as sort of like fragmented or something, and so she has like a bit of her soul in her. But because she's like sort of like a prototype, kind of, because personality, not as much in this game, but in the last game, personality was very like Sweeney. Like she basically had two personalities. She had like a mature personality and a childish personality that she would switch back and forth between rapidly. In the event of Guilty Gear X, Jacko appears alongside Batman and Eno. Subsequently, Jacko is put to sleep inside the Sanctuary. Guilty Gear Xrd, Jacko awakens, encounters various individuals, and reveals critical information about their powers. She is eventually apprehended by Sol, Sin, and Ramlethal, explaining her role and apologizing to Sol. Discussions about humanity's fate and the absolute world ensue. In Guilty Gear Strive, Jacko absorbs energy and emerges with Justice, faces resistance from Arya's traumatized consciousness. It's still a part of Arya's consciousness and Justice as well, so Arya's consciousness is fragmented both in her and in Justice. Sol intervenes to stop her. 3 weeks later, Jacko works as a bounty hunter with Sol, confronts Eno, and accompanies Kai to the G4 summit. There, she makes a momentous decision to prevent Eno's ascension to godhood by merging with her. In the climax, Jacko enters Eno to make her human, and Sol intervenes to stop her. Despite Sol's pleas, Jacko decides to stay by his side, agree with insistence. If you saw like that, there was like a white ghost.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one I was wondering about.
I think that was like the other part of Arya's soul that she doesn't have, or something like that. It was kind of like Jacko was wanting to fulfill her role and like use her special ability to stop Eno before they figured out that there was a different way to stop Eno. But that would have been a sacrifice. She would have died if she'd done it by, I think, absorbing her or something like that. But Arya and Sol were both telling her the entire story mode that she should like be her own person and forget about her role and about her connection to Arya. And it was really sweet because there was a cutscene where Sol said something like, "Have I called you Arya once?"
Arya isn't coming back. But there's nothing else I can do. Nowhere else I belong.
Have I ever called you Arya? If Arya doesn't come back, that's her choice. But, Jacko, Arya wanted you to stay here. So, even if it means the end of the world, I'm not gonna let you go.
Like, he doesn't like Jacko just because she's formed from Arya, but because she's her own person. And so they end up pretty much becoming boyfriend and girlfriend. That's really sweet. So yeah. Any questions?
Not really.
Yeah.
Good explanation though. Yes, yes. Especially about the ghost. She's sort of that ghost can't go to anyone, can't be in anyone or part of anyone. She's just
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly. I don't remember exactly why she was there. I think she was just another part of the consciousness that couldn't like enter her or something like that. I'm not sure.
Alright, well that was good.
But yeah, she's like the closest Saul will probably ever have to having Arya back. But at the same time, he doesn't call her Arya because she's her own person.
Yes, yes. And he loves her for just being Jacko.
Yeah.
Alright, good. Oh goodness. So hard. The ranking is very difficult.
And there's so many there now too.
There is. I don't know. Maybe in there?
Between Ram and Sato?
Yes.
Okay. Remember I mentioned Happy Chaos when I was talking about Nagoriyuki?
Yes.
Yeah. This is him.
Alright.
This song's also very popular. Ready for a wild ride?
Yes. I'm ready. Wow. Different? I didn't mind that one.
Yeah.
I think it must have some meaning to it. What do I think about the music? I think the music was okay.
What do you get about him from the song?
What do I get about him from the song? Well, he wants a simple life. Does he want the simple things? Does he want to appreciate just the blue sky and the ocean and the peace and everybody just being not the wars, not the fighting, not the aggression?
Almost the opposite.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Because I was thinking that he wants things to be all the one tone, mankind.
No, he wants chaos.
Oh, he wants chaos. Why does he want chaos?
Well, I can explain the whole thing. So, something I have to tell you about Guilty Gear's overall story.
Okay.
Before. So, you know the what's it called, the 20K bug? When, on computers, when it was going to be the year 2000.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Guilty Gear's baseline story is based around what if the 20K bug was like something very sinister. So, there was a man who was known as the Original. He had I think he prophesized in the year 2000 something really bad was going to happen. And he tried to warn everyone that we should stop using technology before then. And he discovered the use of magic so that it could replace technology. In the game, like, people, instead of using like phones, are using kind of like magical like receivers instead of phones in the game, because it did stop using technology. Because when 2000 came around, Universal Will took over every technology that existed, and I'll start reading this off. The Original, an enigmatic figure, intervened during the Crusades when he encountered Eno in the battle. It took half of her power to prevent her from becoming a time-transcending entity. However, the Universal Will stole this power, transforming him into a monster. So actually, he created the Universal Will as well, because when he discovered the backyard, which is kind of like this other magical realm, but it's like connected to the main world. It's kind of like the programming for a computer, but the computer is the main world. But it has like its own magical properties there and everything. And he went in there and he created basically like a robot. And he gave it the task to I think find how to make humanity happy. But after a long time of thinking, the robot came to the conclusion that humanity doesn't exist, so I'm going to eradicate it and create new humans or something like that.
Scary.
Yeah. So Universal Will ended up doing something to him and giving him omnipotence and a disregard for good and evil. He manipulated events during the Crusades, leading to the massacre of Viken's friends and family, and manipulating individuals for Yuki, because he attained this idea that like he wants to basically make the world more interesting by causing conflict and watching people unite over a common cause. So it's like half noble because he wants people to unite against a threat, but to do that he's going to kill lots of people. But he's only doing it all for his own entertainment.
Yeah.
And because in his own twisted way he thinks it might better humanity.
Okay.
Guilty Gear Strive, Happy Chaos was released from Ariel's body. He exists for the sake of drama and sought to infiltrate the G4 summit to seal its home of origin. Chaos brainwashed Nagoriyuki and encountered various characters. Asuka and Ford. He held the entire White House captive for like an hour. Oh, you know how he uses a gun? That's to nerf himself.
Really?
That's to make himself weaker.
Really?
Because he has like limitless, infinite power.
Alright. He thinks of himself as a god.
Yeah. Because in a way he kind of is. Chaos, I don't think he was killed, but he's just kind of out for now. By the end of the story.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. Good. Yeah. Okay.
You want to put the funny bit?
How do I put him down here?
Hello, Andrew.
Yes.
Okay. So.
Oh. Okay. Why is that? Well, I don't like his way of thinking.
I mean, it's more about the
Or his
theme.
message.
It's more about the theme. I guess you don't like the lyrics.
Oh, look, I didn't mind the song and lyrics. Put it up there. I didn't mind the song and the lyrics. I kept had a tug of war within me though, because I was thinking, I'm not sure if I should like this. I'm not sure about this character's purpose in the Guilty Gear story.
I mean, you can like a character even though he's evil. Lots of people like Happy Chaos just because he's so like absurd with his way of thinking and all that.
Yes.
Like he's so kind of goofy.
To the point that he doesn't seem dangerous. He doesn't seem like a threat.
Yeah, almost, but he is.
But he is. Okay.
And that almost makes him cooler.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes, because he's just giving that kind of aura of being insane. I'll leave him there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like the worst song I ever heard, though. I do like the quirky, kooky.
I loved the. It took me 10 years.
I know, I liked it. No, look, I liked that. I did. It makes me a little bit light-hearted.
Yeah,
I like
it's
a
like
little bit of
pretty
silly,
light-hearted.
goofy
Yeah.
ness as well. Maybe I'll put him in front of that one.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
So.
Oh my gosh. Why? Why? No.
It's really funny because. So in the older games, she didn't look exactly like that. They didn't used to be that big. Is what I'm saying. They used to be pretty like nuts. Yeah, like, they used to be like that.
She went to a plastic surgeon.
Yeah, I don't know.
She went to botched.
They decided that she needs some more marketability or something.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, but no, she used to have.
I don't mind her old look.
Yeah, a lot of people like her old look more just because it looks more kind of like feral.
Yes.
Yeah, because the thing that she's going for is like kind of, you know, like samurai. They tend to like, yeah, like when they stylize samurai, they tend to like give them kind of like some cleavage for the guys. So that's why they did that for her. But like, it's because she doesn't care about her femininity. She just thinks of herself. Like she doesn't even consider herself a woman. She's just
A samurai.
Yeah, samurai who's like very vengeful.
Dedicated to the craft.
Yeah, which is why, I mean, the explanation is that she doesn't care if her huge boobs are out.
Because, like, what do they mean?
Yeah, but it's still weird that, like, they went from being pretty normal sized to being big.
Yes.
Just as an excuse
Yes.
to do that.
Ah, boy.
It's what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I don't mind that one. It was pretty good, actually.
So, what do you got about it?
I'm not sure. I'm listening to the music. I'm sorry, I'm finding it. What's the vexation?
I think that's just about like a feeling she's holding on to about revenge, vengeance and stuff like that.
Well, I don't know. I sort of like her attitude about
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm a woman and, I might have something that you want or you like or the world likes. I just want to get the job done.
Yeah. She's like really badass.
Mm. So tell me a little bit about her because I didn't mind that song at all. Oh, this is our last song today. You'd be good warriors. Yeah, fight for justice. Well, no fighting, but we would create justice.
Viking of Japanese descent survived the destruction of Japan by justice during the Crusades. As a child, she experienced a gear raid that resulted in the loss of her arm and her eye, and the deaths of her parents and friends. She vowed revenge against that man, who was the creator of the gears, whom she believed was responsible for the massacre. Viking questioned whether to seek revenge or find a new way of life, engaging with the Post-War Administration Bureau and Angie. Guilty as Strive saw Viking allying with Delilah to search for happy chaos, the source of her ire. After the G4 summit, she spent time with Angie and appeared to receive news of that man's death. Eventually, she gave up on revenge and lived peacefully with Delilah. It was also on a revenge mission at that point to kill Happy Chaos, but she ended up realizing this whole revenge thing isn't really worth it. I'm just gonna start living a normal life. She let go of her vexations, if you will.
Is that when she had her reconstruction?
Construction?
Yes, her implants, her plastic surgery.
Oh, that's never
The
explained.
transformation. Oh, it hasn't been explained.
Never
All right,
explained.
okay. All right.
I remember, me and said maybe it's because she, started eating better or something like that.
Yes, well, that's true. Because she's bigger all over.
Yeah.
She's stronger.
Even her hair is bigger, they made her whole design, bigger in general, instead of, the kind of sleek, feral look it had before.
Mm-hmm.
They just went for something different by making it, more wild.
You might put it here.
Yeah, not much.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I did like hers, and I liked her story, and
Yeah.
she's made up for her missing eye and her arm by getting strong. I like that she just didn't give up about those, and that she's given up her vexations as well, and living her own life now.
She's a very strong person.
Yeah, I could do with a bit more muscle myself. All right.
Yeah, she probably has abs.
I'm sure she has abs. Yeah, she has strong legs and a good fighting style and Japanese, she has the traditional samurai heart.
Yeah.
2 more days. We got 3 left.
You got
6 left. Sorry. And the last one looks very suave, almost like an Australian outback.
I showed you him before.
Yes, you did.
That was Hayes, Captain.
All right. Okay, 2 women, 3 men, and an eyeball. Oh, let me have a look at it. Oh, she's saying, I shave my arms.
Yeah,
Like a weed, naturally, as a matter of course.
it is a very strange name.
Testament theme.
Yeah, the person's name is Testament.
Testament. Is this a bit more bloody?
I think it's just the effects of a scythe that's red.
It's got a good beat. I quite like that one. Right, tell me a little bit about the chain, the part of a chain.
I forgot this song existed. I don't know what the lyrics are talking about.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna read the comments. The song is about being unapologetically being oneself, but also being about one of a chain, drawn to others in ways that are both cooperative and opportunistic, but all the while respectful of what it takes to be. Get that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I guess there's a bunch of different ways to interpret this song. I actually don't know much about this character, so I'm going to read the story right now. Maybe that'll make more sense. Testament, born in Switzerland during the Crusades, was orphaned and taken in by Cliff Anderson, commander of the Sacred Order of Holy Knights. Testament aspired to inherit Cliff's name and succeed him, joined the Order against Cliff's wishes. The mission for the Order found an untimely end, leading to their capture by government agents and transformation into a gear just as his command. So Testament was turned into a gear. kind of like how Sol was. In Guilty Gear, first one, Testament played a significant role in freeing Zato 1, Dr. Bolthead, and others from prison to gather sacrifices for breaking Justice's seal. They confronted Sol Badguy, used their blood to break the seal, and revived Justice, who was ultimately defeated and killed by Sol. So he was being manipulated by Justice in the first game. In Guilty Gear X, after Justice's death, Testament regains their original personality and formed a bond with Dizzy, protecting her from threats. Continuing the story in Guilty Gear XX, Testament safeguarded the forest where Dizzy lived, including preventing intruders. Depending on the choices made, they either convinced people not to enter the forest or encouraged Dizzy to leave them. In some paths, Testament faced various challenges, including encounters with Johnny and Slayer. In Guilty Gear Strive, Testament maintained contact with Johnny and lived with the elderly couple who once cared for Dizzy. In December 2187, they reconnected with Dizzy and met her son Sin at the Valentine sister that Dizzy and Kai's estate, the G4 Summit. I guess he's been, a kind of a loner for a long time, and he was protecting. It seemed like for a while he didn't trust humans, and he was protecting Dizzy because. You remember who Dizzy is? That is the Gia that Kai married.
Yes.
Before Kai ended up meeting her, Testament was trying to protect her because she was like an innocent Gia, but everyone was trying to hunt her for a bounty. Some people think the lyrics might be about Kizzy and Dizzy. Because it kept saying like he and she in the same sentence. So it might be referring to Kai and Dizzy. Like, kind part of a chain, which means like becoming family.
Yeah, good. Alright.
Do you know what I mean? If we put like a weed naturally as a matter of means.
Yes. Well, that's the thing about weeds. They just grow, and they're very strong. They can grow anywhere. And they grow on their own. I'd like to put there. Yeah.
Okay.
Suppose. She looks like a fun character.
Yeah, she's very popular.
What about Testament?
A little bit.
Are they very popular?
Testament is pretty popular among like goth kind of people, I guess, because they got that kind of a side going on.
Yes. Alright, well let me try this one now. Bridget.
I never found out what it was. I taste like vegetables I don't like. No matter what, no longer take me. I can feel the light after the sun goes down.
Oh, that's a sort of a positive one. Don't mind that one at all. I did like the one beforehand too, though. I think I might change where I put them. I think I'll put them here.
Okay.
Thank you.
You think about town
Okay,
inside me.
maybe you should tell me a little bit about Bridget. Should I hear a little bit about Bridget?
Well, I guess I want to hear first what you think
All right.
you're getting from this.
Well, I like the poppiness of it. I like the poppy sound. I like that she looks like she's getting things done without being too aggressive and hateful about, whatever she's doing. She's defending, she's fighting back, but she's not fighting back in a
Like it's
real,
in a very like playful, childish kind of way.
yeah. She's not being really mean and spiteful or harboring grudges or anything. She looks like she just does what has to get done and does a good job of it in a cheery way. Yeah, I think she has a pretty cheery outlook. I don't know what the town means though. The town inside me, and she's not there.
I'm not sure what the town means. I mean like all the conflicting like feelings inside her head, like all the conflicting thoughts. She's trying to find her own identity and understand herself. She has a lot of different like conflicting thoughts in her head. So it's like a town almost.
Okay.
How
Yeah.
many different voices there are.
Yeah, different voices.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So, Bridget, born in England as a twin, faced a superstition in her town that male twins brought misfortune. To prevent losing one child, her parents raised Bridget as a girl.
Is she a boy?
Biologically.
Okay. Yeah, because there was a reason. Because what was that then? What in the town they were going to? There was a superstition about boys.
Yeah, male twins. If you have
Oh,
two
okay,
male
male
twins,
twins.
it brings me misfortune.
Right.
So they raised one of the twins as a girl. Despite her aristocratic upbringing, Bridget sensed the guilt her parents carried for forcing her into this role. She aspired to prove her worth as a man, believing it would alleviate their burden. In 2181, Bridget discovered a lucrative gear bounty and left her parents' manor to pursue it in the Forest of Demons. Although she found Dizzy, Gear had already been defeated. Undeterred, Bridget continued her quest, encountering Eno, who manipulated her into pursuing fake bounties in interactions with various characters. Depending on the path chosen, Bridget discovered the innocence of the criminals she targeted, formed friendships with May and Dizzy, or had a humorous exchange with Tony. Facing a lack of wanted criminals, Bridget considered alternative careers such as working at Jam Kurodofu's restaurant or returning to her hometown to search for her missing twin brother. Guilty as Strive, Bridget became a renowned bounty hunter, dispelling her village's superstition and benefiting her friends' lives. However, she felt aimless and conflicted about her identity. An encounter with Gold Lewis Dickinson prompted Bridget to confide in Kai Kesey, who encouraged her to choose her path. Depending on the choice, Bridget contemplated her happiness, embraced her true gender, and found the strength to be her authentic self. Kai invited her to visit Dizzy sometime, offering support and understanding. I still like the song though. Nice, it's kind of sassy.
Because I just thought it sort of seemed to have a bit of a sarcastic theme to it. I don't know why I was thinking that, but I was just thinking that my power is in my femininity and
Yeah, the song was kind of about the journey of like growing up and discovering that identity and stuff.
yeah, which has its pros and cons and its flaws and well, you know, like it just has its good things about that song. You know, it was similar to this one. They had good things about that song too, about the upheaval and the you know, tug of war and the sides and gee, it's just getting so hard near the end. Because it's hard to remember the ones that I liked. I did like the boppiness of that, but you know, I'm not really into the whole kind of poppy girl band stuff, music, to be honest. But I thought it was cute. I thought it was very cute, and I know she had a teddy bear, but I kept looking, hoping she had a little puppy or something.
No, she just has a teddy bear and she fights with a yo-yo and she has that teddy bear sometimes
Yes,
for her attacks.
yes. Yeah, well, look, I like her weapons. I like the yo-yo.
Yeah.
Girl power. Yeah, let's go for girl power. I think I'll put her up here.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, here's Dio.
Oh, that is Dio actually. Yeah, that's definitely Dio energy.
Yeah, he looks like a Jesus boy too.
Oh yeah, he does have the cross.
Yeah.
This is Kai's son.
This is Kai's song.
Son.
Oh, Kai's. Yeah,
Kai
because
was
I can't
the-
hear that well when the headphones are on.
Ah,
Okay, this is Kai's son.
yeah.
And
Dude's son.
Kai, and who is his mother?
Dizzy.
Oh, Dizzy and Kai. All right. Nothing like keeping it in the family. I'm allowed to say that.
Wait, what do you mean?
I don't know. Just passing on the, life.
Yeah.
Dizzy's life. Kai's life.
Oh yeah, like it's just nice to have
The two
those
became one.
children character.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah, he looks a lot like Kai.
he does. Yeah, as soon as he popped up there, I thought, well,
Yeah.
there's a similarity. Have we done Dizzy?
Dizzy isn't in this game. At least not yet.
Okay. She's coming.
I mean, maybe.
All right. It's got a good start. Well, I like that one. Now,
But no.
why is he wearing an eye patch over? I think that was he's lost his eye.
Yeah, do you remember what I said about?
Yes, but I need to be. It was a while ago, so I remember. I partly remember the story about the eye.
Yeah, so it's probably been done.
All right. Well,
Do
when
you
you
want to say anything else about the song?
okay. Well, I love the song. It's kind of my attitude, and I know it's Dio's attitude. We'll work out. It's kind of like bluffing it. Yes, and that's a bit like me in the kitchen. In those moves, think I even do some of those moves
Which ones?
while I'm cooking. And I'm bluffing my way through another recipe, and then everyone goes, wow, so I knew it would all work out.
I think in his case, he's just so like happy-go-lucky that he's not even worried.
Yeah. I really like it.
Sin Kisuke, the son of Busy and Kai Kisuke, was born around 2184. As a gear, Sin experienced rapid growth due to his inherited gear heritage. I didn't write that very well.
Well, he has good. He has big muscles.
Yeah, he's only like 5 years old or something.
Oh,
But but the thing with gears is that they grow very fast. So
Oh.
he's already like adult.
size.
Yeah.
Okay, so if he's only 5, that's why he's got the I don't care.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm not
worry
sure-
about the future.
I'm not sure how much his mental ages with his body. I don't think it's like completely behind, but yeah.
Okay.
I think that's just kind of his personality. But however, Kai was coerced into becoming the first king of Illyria by the United Nations, and Sol took on the role of raising and mentoring Sin. Together, they embarked on bounty hunting missions across the world, with Sin often carrying equipment and his cherished stuffed animal Chima.
Oh, where's his animal?
Uh,
Was it in this clip?
I don't think so. I think
Oh,
it was
okay.
like something he used to have.
Anyway, it's in his heart now. His
Yeah.
pet.
I think I didn't write down why he lost his eye. So, basically,
Didn't he have to surrender one of his eyes or something?
well, it's not very clear. I think what happened is that he had
Sacrifice.
he had really bad like visions in one of his eye or something.
Mm.
So, wait, did I write it down? No.
It doesn't really matter. I didn't need to bring
Yeah,
attention,
but
draw
Kai-
attention to it.
But Kai took his other eye.
Kai took his other eye.
Yeah. So now Kai has that. Remember that he has like the dragon soul thing, where
Mhm.
like he, up in his face
Yeah,
goes like
yeah.
yeah.
So now he uses his son's eye.
Yeah, but he doesn't
Yeah.
get the. I don't think he gets the visions, or like. I don't know what was happening there.
Anyway.
I think because he was young, he couldn't handle the eye or something like that. So I just took it out.
Alright, we're getting complicated.
Yeah. I think he tried to switch eyes, but Kai's eye didn't really work. It's in or something
Ah.
like that. Some
Does his name have a meaning? Like, is there.
likewise his name's Sin.
Yeah.
I explained this last time too.
I have a short meaning.
It's okay.
Oh, I'm old.
Okay.
That's my excuse.
Dizzy is a gear,
Mm.
and Kai used to hate gears, and he used to kill them.
Mm.
So he was like, well, was it a sin for me to have fallen in love with a gear?
Okay.
Was it a sin for me to be having a child with a gear?
Hmm.
So he named son Sin out of guilt.
Okay.
In his youth, Sin expressed a desire to wield the fire seal, which is Sol's weapon. Sol rejected his request. Instead, Sol humorously suggested that Sin should wave a flag as his weapon of choice, leading Sin to adopt a war flag.
Mmm,
Fine
that's
with
what
a
it
flag.
is. Right.
During the events of Guilty Gear 2, Sin and Sol discovered a wanted poster featuring Sol's image, prompting them to join into Illyria. There, they confronted the Visuel and faced various challenges. Sin endured Valentine's brainwashing, but ultimately broke free. He, along with Kai and Dr. Paradigm, directed Illyria from the Visuel, while Sol engaged in a decisive battle against Valentine. Guilty Gear Exiled, Sin's role involved assisting Sol in engaging in missions. He played a pivotal role in helping Ramlethal adapt to society, demonstrating his dedication to his friends. Despite challenges and betrayals, Sin maintains strong bonds with his family and allies. In Guilty Gear Strive, Sin actively joins the battle alongside his father Kai and other comrades. He played a crucial part in aiding Baiken and addressing a disaster caused by the Delila's desire for revenge. After the victory against Eno and Happy Chaos, Sin enjoyed a peaceful life with Kai and Busy, as well as Ramlethal and Elfeld continuing to help those in need. So he's just very like happy-go-lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Like he holds no grudges or anything.
Mm.
Like that.
Don't dwell on the past.
Yeah, it's like the definition of living in the moment, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I like that. First, I'll give my score, and then I'll ask, is he popular?
First.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, more than Giovanna. Giovanna's further.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, is he popular?
He's not like unpopular. He's not like. I'd say the most popular characters are probably Bridget, Ramlethal, Oh, definitely Viking. Epic Chaos. Like mostly like all of the base roster, like Soul, I guess. This guy's a bit.
I guess if I knew more about their purpose in the game, their abilities and their reason for doing what they do, I would probably maybe change. But this is just theme
Yeah,
songs.
like that's more like ranking the characters. It's
Yes.
more the songs. I'm only giving you like a little bit of context
Yes,
because it helps to appreciate the lyrics just a little.
yes. So I think I'm happy with him to be at the front, even though I do really like her theme.
I know you like her a lot too.
Yes. Yeah. Well, they're sort of like up there together in my mind. Yeah, but I can't have one on top of the other one there. So, side by side. Yeah.
But if anything, you like his more.
I think so.
Okay.
I would have to hear hers again,
Well,
which we might not have time today.
yeah, you can always go.
Maybe
and-
I can pick certain ones
Yeah.
at the end I'd like to hear again to make sure if I'm undecided or if I'm unsure.
The next three are really good. The last three that we're doing.
Oh, well, they might be going up the front.
Well, I don't know. That's for me. They would be. I don't know about you though.
They might be upsetting the whole tier. Tier maker. Is it called a tier maker?
Well, it's called a tier list. This
Okay.
is a tier list maker, so it's called tier maker.
Alright, well, it might be upsetting the whole tier list.
Now, this is a popular one. Popular song, pretty popular character. You have any impressions?
Any impressions?
Character?
Well, something. Well, that's not an eye, is it?
It's kind of an eye.
Kind of an eye. It's looking at her. She doesn't really like being looked at, and she imagines that the whole world's looking at her.
Oh, like she doesn't like. She's very shy.
She's shy. She's got every bit of skin covered because of she's not drawing attention to her feminine side.
Well, I think that's mostly because she's very young. I think she's probably like 12 or something.
Oh, okay. Yes. Well, I don't know what it means. Dreamlike reality.
Oh, yeah, it does say that. You remember how I said that like that's kind of a motif in some of the character designs that they have like random writing on them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She has a gun.
What?
What is this thing?
Oh, that's part of the bed.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's her bed. It looks like she's homeless. Maybe. That looks like an old car body or something turned into a bed.
Well, I can tell you about everything that's happening.
Do you want
After the
to?
song.
After the song.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me try and work it out. It's bed man.
Yeah, this is the type of song where you really have to pay attention to the lyrics and try to figure out what it's talking about.
All right, I'm gonna give it a try then.
Yeah.
Her theme is bed man.
No, the theme is the circle.
Oh, the theme
The
is the
character-
circle.
Which I'll explain later what this means, but the character is called Bedman with a question mark.
Yeah, bed man. Yeah, with the question mark.
But I'll explain what that means later.
Okay.
Her name is Delilah.
Delilah. That's a very nice name.
Yeah.
I like her kimono.
Oh, so like a dress.
Oh, it's a dress with kimono sleeves. Why is the bed looking after her?
So, let me just show you Bedman without a question mark from Exod. Looked like this. I'll explain everything in a minute.
Kind of torturous.
No, it's just a bed he made.
Okay.
Because he,
Out of junk.
I'm not sure if it was out of junk.
This and that. It's a weapon.
Yeah, I used it to fight.
Yeah. Why is she pinned to the bed?
It's a guy. Well, he has to be pinned on the bed so that while it's moving around, he's still on it.
Okay.
He has to be asleep
Right.
for reasons.
Okay.
But what did you get from the song?
Well, she's on the circle. She's on the border of the circle. I can't work out whether or not that means she can't get into the circle. She's on the outside looking in. I can't work that out.
What do you think the circle is?
Home, humanity, love, friendship, everything, the world, where peace is.
Well, there are two main interpretations of this song. I think before I talk about all that, I think I'll have to explain the story. So, Badman, or his real name, Romeo, and his sister Delilah.
So Romeo, Bedman
Delilah
is
and Romeo.
their brother and sister.
In the game, he's pretty much known as Badman.
Okay.
So that's like his big name.
Right. He likes to be in bed.
Yes, he does. They were forced to live in induced comas due to a condition stemming from their heightened thought processes. Pretty much, if they are awake, they're so smart that they basically die
Oh.
because their brain like works too fast. So they have to make themselves asleep so they don't think too fast.
All right. Okay.
But they're still kind of aware of what's happening around them because of like magic.
Right.
But yeah, he gets the bed to fight for him. He made his own bed.
Right. So they can't let their minds be awake because they're just so aware of everything. They're analyzing everything and yeah.
They got like mega autism.
Right. Yeah.
In his dream world, Bedman devised a plan to merge his dreams with reality, promising to save Delilah and resurrect those he had killed. Bedman's complex motivations centered around his desire to create an absolute world with the help of his enigmatic client, Ariels, whom he served diligently. The client's plan involved manipulating various characters and disrupting their actions. Bedman appeared as part of a group known as the Assassins, and in this capacity, he engaged with conflicts with various characters. However, he was eventually defeated and taken to the region of I remember that. Bedman's ability to enter dreams and played a significant role in the story, and he had a complex relationship with characters like Ramlethal Valentine and Sin Keyscape. Bedman is awoken during a conflict at the end of Exile. Before perishing due to his condition, Ariels, aka the Universal Will, you remember what the Universal Will is?
Not really.
Okay,
Sorry. Big villain.
Big villain, came to him and revealed her hatred for humanity rubbing in Bedman's face that he had been fighting this entire time for a lie. The devastated Bedman flies into a rage and comes close to erasing her, but unfortunately his condition finally gets the best of him, and he turns to stone and disintegrates before he can finish the job, swapping his place with his sister Delilah. As a result of some programming Bedman did while on the brink of death, Bed continues to operate on its own despite him being gone. In Guilty Gear Strive, Bedman's human body had already died, but his spirit and will persisted within his reinforced high-density bed frame. The primary function of the bed frame was to protect Delilah. Simple communication is possible, but is incapable of doing things like responding considerately, accumulating memories, or complex communication. Bed frame later operated autonomously, primarily serving to safeguard her. So pretty much,
So is he not around anymore?
no, he died.
Right. Now the bed is kind of doing his work, like protecting her, like
Well, it's thought
instead
that
of him.
his spirit is residing in the bed.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the theory, because the two interpretations of the song are either pretty much from the bed's perspective, like, I'll never be able to make you smile, but I'll never be able to make you cry either, but I'm still watching over you. I'll come to you without a second thought to protect you.
I see. So it's not her singing the song.
No. Most people think
It's Bedman,
yeah,
and it's about
from Romeo's perspective.
Bedman looking after her.
yeah.
So what is a circle then?
I think the circle is like purgatory, because he died. He's like trying to get pushed into like the cycle of like rebirth or like into purgatory or something like that. But there's this cool kind of character trope where it's like the character just refuses to die, so they live on in like an object or in a suit of armor or something like that. And so he just refuses to go to like heaven or whatever. He just wants to stay in the bed and protect her.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah. Well, the second interpretation of the lyrics, that's like the one most people think, but there's also the interpretation that these lyrics are all about his thoughts before he dies. Because if you notice at the end, it like cuts off before he finishes this line, and that's like him dying before he can finish. Yeah, most people think it's his thoughts as he is right now in the bed.
Complicated, imaginative, creative.
Yeah, very.
Someone's got imagination, that's for sure.
Yeah, people love this song because it's so like heartfelt.
Yes.
Like he just wants to protect his sister,
yes.
even in death.
Yes. Like you and Isaac.
Yeah, maybe that's why I like it too.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I like the way she goes around just, like...
Yeah, because, she's just kind of going around and just kind of doing stuff for her. What I didn't really touch on is what she's actually doing in the story, though, because she also wants revenge. If you remember Baiken, they both wanted revenge on the same person, and they were both going to get revenge on Happy Chaos, who was pretty much the creator of the Gears, because the original became Happy Chaos, made the Gears, which Baiken hated, and made the Universal Will, which killed Romeo, which Baiken hated. So they both wanted to kill Happy Chaos, and they were like consumed by this revenge. But Baiken ended up learning that revenge isn't really the way to go at it. It's not healthy. So she ends up helping Delilah out of that mind state. And now Delilah's just pretty, like,
Right.
just kind of walking around in the bed, just kind of protecting her. Sometimes she, like, has to beg it to, like, stop hurting the other person.
Right.
Something like that, because the bed, isn't functioning, like, super well. It's starting to break down.
Wow.
Anything.
It all has a purpose, doesn't it? These songs and their outfits, like the screws on the shoulders were different to he had. Well, I don't know. Did he have the?
I think he had them too.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if he had the cross.
They have the
Oh,
almost
yes,
exact
I
same
see.
outfit,
I
except
see.
she's wearing shoes and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I think that's just kind of like a visual thing to make it look like he's like being screwed into the bed.
Yes.
Even
that's
though he
right.
hasn't actually.
They are screws.
He hasn't actually, but it's just supposed to look like that.
Amazing. It must take a long time to design the
Especially
characters
the-
and their outfits and the story and so if ever they put in new characters, it's a lot of time being put into their development
Yeah, definitely.
because it's got to have like they fit in,
You have
don't
to-
they? It all fits together.
Make them appealing, but you also have to make sure that like the design gets across things about that character. It sells an idea.
Oh, it's getting so tough near the end.
That goes the song.
That was a very good song. I did like it. You know, it's a bit heavy, probably for me. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
You think you will want to do like a re-listen to all of them instead?
I should do a re-listen to all of them.
You don't have to listen to the full themes either, just like half of them,
Yes.
half of each song.
Yeah.
This one next.
Another eye.
Another.
Something's going on with his eye.
Yeah.
Now he looks like possibly a good character with a good heart, serving someone for a purpose, for good.
Because they gave him like a kind of church leader aesthetic.
Yes, they have. The eye with the feathers, like a dove feathers.
Kind of like angel wings.
That's better. Angel wings, yes, not a bird. All right, so we should listen to, how do you pronounce his name?
Asuka.
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 The name of the song is The Gravity.
Right. His power is in the book, like the word.
Yeah, that's the church aesthetic too.
I think Dio would like that one. Very fast.
I think it's one of the slower ones.
Well, there's just parts of it that are really fast.
Oh yeah, like that part in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah.
But does have a lot of slow bits. It's sort of like a choir sometimes and an orchestra, like a church.
Yeah, going for like a church rock.
And I'm wondering, was that Soul he was fighting?
Yeah, Soul was in there.
Yes. There's a bit of fighting going on. He changed colour at one point. Did he change colour and go black at one point? Or that might have just been a different character.
Yeah, it might be a character, or it might have just been him fighting.
In a shadow of someone else.
Well, I think it's just, when you fight someone with the same character, they have to pick a different character so you can tell who's on the screen.
Ah.
So,
Well, I like that one a lot. I hope I'm thinking that he is a godlike character.
godlike character.
Well, a Christian character.
I don't know if he is a Christian, he just has that whole aesthetic going on.
Ah, okay. Well, it was making me think about the words, that's all. Like, was he reading from the Bible? And was the power from the book, the Bible's power?
What's that tome's called? It's like the Tome of Knowledge or something.
Yes.
And I think it has
The
like
book of knowledge.
knowledge of the backyard or something.
Knowledge of the...
Backyard. Do you remember what the backyard?
No.
Well, probably.
All right, I need some explanations for this before I put...
Yeah.
Before Zuka,
Asuka.
Asuka, on the tier. On the tier board.
Asuka Kreutz, known as That Man, a significant character in the Guilty Gear series. Born in the 20th century, he lived through the dawn of revival and became a disciple of the original, one of 5 closest to him. That man played a pivotal role in explaining the theory of magical science, specializing in bioinformatics, and fostering friendship with Frederick Balsara and Arya Hale during his youth. Remember how Sol was part of that group of 3 scientists? There was Sol, Arya, and Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
This was that guy.
Mm.
In 2015, as part of the Gear project, he successfully completed the Gear cell theory, focusing on stabilizing magic-infused cells, but soon encountered opposition due to the militarization of the project. He made difficult choices, like cryo-sleeping Arya and transforming Frederick into a Gear. His actions earned him the enigmatic title of That Man. In Guilty Gear X, he learns about the misuse of his design plans for Justice, which impacts his actions. Justice was, when Arya was transformed. Later, during the Black Sea Allied ambush, he collaborates with Sol to destroy the absolute defense of Arya around the crater. Guilty Gear Exod, That Man becomes a key figure in opposing the Universal Will, aka Aerials. He collaborates with several characters to prevent catastrophe. As the story unfolds, he faces Sol, moves the flame of corruption, and fights against Chaos and Eno. Afterward, he embarks on Strive. After all of the events of Strive, where he wanted to seal away the Tome of Knowledge and stuff like that, which I forgot to write that down properly. I think it ends up being revealed that he was framed for a lot of his crimes, and it was actually Happy Chaos that did some of them. But his reputation has been pretty tarnished at this point, so now he lives on the moon.
Oh.
Now he lives on the moon, and he basically has his own podcast.
Okay.
Broadcasting messages of peace to Earth. Pretty much makes his own like radio broadcast / podcast thing.
Right. Okay.
Now he's trying to spread good because he's trying to regret all the things that he had to do. He's basically got this whole like church leader aesthetic because it's like he's trying to relieve his sins effect on the world. Relieve himself of his own sins. Now he's like a reformed villain.
He's a do-gooder.
Yeah, and his tagline is praying for the accumulation of goodwill, which it said in the video a few times. Just covered up. So,
Well,
yeah.
I think that's a pretty good purpose. Yeah, all make mistakes. To be able to take yourself away from where all of the mistakes were made and just look at it from above would be good. To be able to just try to correct, well, what you've done, what others are still doing. Is that what he does? Does he try to stop corruption and death and destruction from above? Can he do that though? Does he have the power to change bad things, from happening?
I don't know. I know that the tome that he sealed away had the power to do literally anything that he wanted, but he didn't want to use that power, even though other characters were being like, hey, you could use that tome to like use that tome to like give world peace and stuff like that. But like he didn't believe in using that power. It's kind of complicated.
Do you think he will one day? Do you think he's saving and waiting for the right time to end all bad things on the earth?
I mean, I don't know. Right now he's just doing it with podcast.
Okay, so he's hoping that his sacrifice of living on the moon is going to give him redemption
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he's trying to.
and forgiveness.
Yeah,
So did he used to cast spells?
he does.
He still does.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, the other thing is that this Asuka that you're seeing here, I don't know if you noticed, but the one that was in the cutscenes in the video had like brownish eyes, and
Okay.
this one has blue eyes. And the reason is because it's actually a clown.
Oh.
He can't. Since he's on the moon, they couldn't really make him playable to come, off the moon. So instead, they just made it so that he makes like magic clones of himself to come down and fight in the game.
Okay. Got a bird's eye view up there.
Yeah, his whole thing, to be summed up, is atoning for his sins. And that's why he's got that whole judge leader aesthetic going on. I just find that really cool. I think he's like the coolest design I've ever seen.
Yes. Yeah. I think so too. What's the angel wings on the eye? Can he use that eye?
I think there's like some weird lore going on with like in the last game.
Or is it like I see all things? His
He like has to like give himself gear cells because some parts of him are like deteriorating or something like that.
okay.
And in Exod, He had a different type of eye patch. And he had cat ears for some reason.
Okay. Well, that was before he went to the moon.
Yeah. He had the whole Stripe story mode before he went into the
Well, I like that he's wanting to be better. And I like that he's just taking himself way away from it. Everything. That's a temptation. Hopefully, one day he'll have enough impulse control and good intention that he can come back and do the right thing. But at the moment, it's pretty cool. Wow. I don't know if I should put him number 1 now.
do you like the song? Or do you just like the character?
Well, I did like the song. I like the orchestra, but I think maybe I'll put him here. That's okay. In front of May. So, but I'll put him there.
Well, that means you like it more than this.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Could I listen to Maze for a tiny second?
Well, we're
A
gonna
tiny
go-
second. That didn't make sense.
Well, we're gonna go through all of
Okay.
them. But like, we're gonna go through all of them for a tiny
All
second
right,
at the
just
end, I guess.
to yeah, because I'll remember each one probably just in the opening lines.
But you can tell me when you've like heard enough.
All right.
But now we got one last.
All right, one last
And-
song. This one might be the best.
Yeah, I
I
think
have a feeling.
this one's maybe the funniest.
Oh. Well, I like funny. I got to try and work out.
The funniest is either
The
this
funniest.
one or it's the Happy Chaos one.
Okay.
You know, it took me 10 years. I forgot in 2 seconds.
Yeah, I know. I like that one.
Yeah, okay. So,
Just lean.
this is Maze Captain.
Oh, this is May's captain, and
Appreciate
his
the crush
name
on.
is Johnny. Johnny. Johnny is ripped. Just lean. What does that mean?
I mean, I think that's just like, you know, leaning is cool. Like you lean on the back of the chair or something like that. On like the counter of the table.
Yes. I like the song.
Catchy.
Very catchy.
Very different from the others.
Yes.
It's the only like country style one.
Is he making fun of the book?
I don't know.
The last character? Is he referring to the last character? I
I
can't
don't
pronounce
think
his
so.
name.
I don't think so.
With the book?
I mean, like the thick book.
Yes.
I think that's like, I don't know, like if there was like a book of life that told you all the right choices, would he have even taken them? Because he like still like take risks and stuff.
And would it have repeated?
Yeah, like would he have repeated what it did? Pretty much.
Wow. So confusing. Like, I just don't have I don't know the game, you see. I think you've really got to know the game and the characters and what they do and how that song tells a story.
Well, I think this is like maybe the most simple song because it's just like basically he's like this like cool legendary outlaw guy and it's like a bunch of like guys in a bar like making up stories about him kind of and like speaking his praises. And that's pretty much what the song is. Like the part where it's like he says that he's dating every woman on earth or something. He says half the world is my love foul.
Oh, is that what it is? So he's...
Whether it be a mother, sister, or a daughter.
And when he's saying, when Johnny's talking or singing the lyrics, is it about him when he says,
I think it's like other people saying about him, like in a bar or something.
All right.
It's making up stories.
Oh, making up stories. So he's not the one who's walking into the bar saying, everybody loves me.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, I like that one. Do you want to... Is there info about Johnny?
It's not as complicated as the last two.
All right. So he likes to go to bars.
Probably.
And he's a country guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, kind of like a Zorro type.
Oh, yes.
Like when he cuts, he does like the J.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, but like not like a serious kind of personality, but womanizer, charming guy.
Okay. Well, yeah, I like it.
Johnny, character in the Guilty Gear series, of course, endured a tragic childhood during the Crusades. His father was killed by a gear when Johnny was just 13 years old, leading to become emotionally closed off. He mastered the sword under Hirofumi Unsho, later recognized the suffering of orphans, designed to become a noble bandit. Formed the Jellyfish Pirates, an all-girl crew of war orphans in May. The crew engaged in a Robin Hood-like operation to help those in need. Johnny became a prominent figure in the criminal underworld, ties to Gabriel, Zepp, and Haven. Over time, he developed close friendships and helped characters like Millie Rage. In Guilty Gear and Guilty Gear X, Johnny was imprisoned but eventually escaped during his tournament. He reunited with May and faced challenges related to his past. In Guilty Gear XX, Johnny's story continued, dealing with the mystery of May's origins and confronting various adversaries. In Guilty Gear XR, Johnny and his crew encountered challenges like May's health issues and her search for her true origins. In Guilty Gear Strive, Johnny and Jellyfish Pirates celebrated victory after facing various challenges and adversaries. His character arc is marked by his commitment to protecting and caring for his crew, especially May.
So he likes May a lot. Are they a couple?
Well, May has a crush on him, but not into May.
Okay.
So kind of know like how Sonic and Amy are, where it's like Amy's chasing him around.
Yes.
You know, insisting that he be boyfriend.
Yes.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
They kind of got that same thing going on.
Right. Okay.
But he does care for her and the rest of his pirate group.
He does. Okay. All right.
Where does it go?
I like to put him at the front,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure because I do like all the others. Maybe I could put him there.
Okay.
Oh, maybe there. Yeah, I don't know about those two, but I do like the country feel to that song a lot. And I like his laid-back sort of attitude. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Do you wanna?
He seems kind of Australian. Was he a drunkard?
Oh, I think one of his old themes, is called that.
Probably from, I don't know, Texas or somewhere.
He's probably not. Oh, United States.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's a bit of a swashbuckler.
One of his nicknames is Stud Master.
Stud Master. Yep.
Johnny of the Seven Seas.
Yeah. Yeah, he's alright.
Hobby is finding good women.
Oh, well, that's a good hobby. At least he's looking for good women.
He's looking for good women.
Yeah. I hope he finds his one true love.
Yeah. So, did you want to listen to all of the other ones again, like as much as you need to hear?
Okay, just a little bit of each.
Yeah, just tell me when you've heard enough.
Oh, hang on. What we should do is, can you do it from the tier so that I'm reminded as to where I've put that song?
So, like, in order.
Yeah.
Of,
Yeah.
So, like, from the bottom or from the top?
Well, it's still going to be hard, isn't it? Let's start from the top.
Okay.
Okay. I think I might put him down there.
At the start of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to move her. I'll put her there.
Wait, can I at least show you the chorus first?
You what?
Can I at least show you the chorus first?
Oh, yeah, of course. That's probably what sold me.
Yeah.
All right, leave it where it is.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So it is the chorus that makes it.
Yeah, I don't really want to put it up on the top tier, actually.
Yeah.
Put it on the first here, then on the
Okay.
second tier, to be fair. Okay. I might put that there.
Okay. Start.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. Put it over there.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Your opinion changed.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the chorus. The bark, bark. Okay. Okay, we'll put it in there. Actually, put in there.
Okay.
Mm.
At the end of the start of P?
Mm. Okay. Okay. Put it up there next to May.
So behind me or above?
Put it in front of May.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll leave it. Okay.
Okay.
Let's just put him down there.
Whoa.
I don't know. Yeah.
Zach said you like this one.
You were?
Zach said you like this one.
I did like it, didn't I?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's put him up here. Yep. Well,
Maybe you need to.
actually, let me see it again. Let me hear the chorus. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, he's good. We better put him back.
Okay. Was he? Where was he? He was there. Is that a good spot?
Should probably go in front there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll show you the last part.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay. I'm going to put that up there.
Okay, so above.
I could almost put it at the front.
Yeah, I know. That's good.
That's good.
Perfection can't lead me.
Okay. Now, because of its catchiness. Because of its catchiness. It's tricky. But I'll put it there.
Okay. So just up one spot.
Mm. And I do like it.
Last time you said you didn't like this kind of song.
Yeah, well, I don't. Because it kind of makes you like it because it's catchy. And it kind of, you know, the
Think they're, like,
boppiness.
manipulating you.
Yeah.
Isn't that just from being a good song?
Yeah,
You don't like songs that are good because you think that they're trying to be good?
maybe.
I'm not really.
Fitting into that
Oh,
kind of
you
typical.
don't like that it sounds like pop music.
Yeah, all right. But I think it's catchy.
Yeah.
And cute. Yeah, I can stay where it is. Okay,
It's good there.
I can stay where it is.
We know deep down
Okay,
there's no way.
You remember how the rest of the song sounds?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna put it there.
Yeah.
Mhm. I think I would move him. I think I'll move him up here.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wait, we gotta just to give it a fair chance.
Yeah, I don't know what. Okay. Okay. I think I'll put that up there.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
Okay, so right there.
Yep. But I'm feeling bad about.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
good to your list if you don't like his theme as much as the others. And
I probably didn't hear it all the way through. And I'm not sure about him. What do you think about him?
well, I could show you the. Most of them have a part where it like changes and becomes like emotional. I could show you that part of his theme.
Yes, it's just that one and that one. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if they should even, where they should go.
This one doesn't change that much through the song.
Yeah, I don't really like that one.
Yeah.
Is he
Just-
popular?
Not that popular,
No.
but that shouldn't affect your.
No, not that it's not popular, but I think he's my end one. I think he should be my last one. And I think it was this guy's story that made me sort of add to where I put it.
Was he higher? Yeah, I think he was higher originally.
Yeah, goodbye.
But this is all just about the song.
Just got to judge it on the song. I like all the orchestra. Okay. I do really like it. I think I'm going to put it, it's going to be here or here? There, because that
Okay.
was the funny one I liked, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
So do
that's
you
it.
think This is all good then.
I think that's all good.
Okay.
I'm not going to put any down on the bottom tier or the B tier.
People don't usually end up putting anything below like B.
Oh, they don't?
All the songs are really good.
They are.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. Yep. I'm done.
So, mine would be like.
Oh, yes, because I did really like that one.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I have to listen to them all at once, though, to get it. But anyway, go
mean-
on. Keep going.
You shouldn't have to listen to a song a lot of times to know if you like it.
Mm.
Because, I don't know, I fell in love with this one straight away. Same with this one. Same with that one. Do love this one. I guess here it gets a bit tricky because I'm like super sure about all those.
Oh, so they should just be on the first tier then for you. You're that sure
I
about
guess
all
so.
those. They should be.
If you have like A lot of sureness, yeah.
Can you play me that one again?
Yeah.
One more and that's it. Okay. Yeah, that was... You're right. That was a really good one. I don't have that good a memory for the songs. Yeah. And I just couldn't listen to them all over again to rearrange them.
I mean, you kind of did.
I did. Well, I've rearranged them once.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm happy with the choices that I made because some of them are catchy, and unfortunately, I am drawn to the catchies.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
but I'm trying
that
not
makes
to.
sense.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be drawn to the catchiness of the song, though.
I mean, isn't
Instead of-
catchiness just mean that's something you like?
I think. Well,
You should like songs that you like.
I think so. Yeah,
If you like that kind of song where it's more like, I don't know, rhythmic.
yeah, rhythmic.
Yeah. But I think it also depends on the lyrics. Like you like Sin's one for the lyrics. You like Giovanna's one for the lyrics.
Yes.
Because they kind of like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. No, I'm happy with that. Yeah. So thank you for showing me the Guilty Gear theme songs, and look forward to doing another one day
I'm not sure what other.
if they ever brought out a new game.
Maybe once they like stop adding characters to the game, we can do it again. Maybe not with all the characters at once, but with all the new ones.
Yeah. Okay.
But that
see
might
what
not be for like 2 years or something.
Okay. Yep. Well, they're good. That's good. Most of them I like, which was hard to put them into, first, second, and third choices. Yep.
Yeah, you ended up not wanting to play any in B.
No. No, I think they were all good enough to be in S and A.